The industry perspective is a space for those in the industry to speak freely about their experiences without fear of retaliation or a negative review. The views and opinions shared here are solely that of the individual and do not reflect the establishments in which they work. With that said, if you feel offended by these jokes, fuck it. We weren't expecting to get tipped by you anyway.
I just realized I didn't grab myself a drink.
Would you like a beer, sir?
I would love a beer since I didn't.
Since I took your other one.
You did.
We're live right now?
Oh, yeah. Camera's always rolling. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast where we pull back the curtain and give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective.
Hey.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Huzzah!
What's the deal?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Back in this
Yeah.
bitch.
We are back, and as you can see, we have a guest with us. I was going to point to you to introduce him, but I will introduce him. This is an individual who I've come to know who is an excellent fucking cook. Throws a crazy fucking party. And I mean crazy. If you guys know where I live, know me personally, or know this man, you know exactly what party I'm talking about. And I've spoken about it on the podcast. All good things, by the way. Except for some of the attendees, but we'll get to that later. Some of them. Excellent cook. Dope person. And, yeah, this is Chef Vic.
Damn, man. You
Chef Vic.
Hey.
Welcome in, man.
About to make me shed a tear, bro. With that intro.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Welcome in, man. Thank you for finally coming on here.
I know, man. I was low-key dodging you.
Words.
The first-
Let's let the
Yeah,
truth
right.
out.
No, low-key, it was my bad. I promise you I was going to come on a couple times. Just, man, I'm not going to lie, running the business, things come up.
Hey, man, no, it's all good. Honestly, like, there was never really any hard feelings about it because I get it. I get it. I get it. I just really, really wanted you on here. And your cousin, unfortunately, she was camera shy. But when she sees this, I'm going to tell you.
Come on,
I'm
monsieur.
right now, at the end of this,
Calm down.
Messing up.
maybe by the middle of it, you're going to be like, damn, that looked like fun. I should have been there. Or he forgot to say this. He didn't mention this. You should have been here.
Right.
Should have been here. But
Tell her.
Yup.
I really wanted you guys here, you here to kind of further project that voice that you guys are doing right now and creating with Capicua and everything. So that's why I was always like, bro, come on, get on, stop being
Right.
shy. What the fuck? Let's go. That's why I've been on it, because I really wanted you here to talk about it, because you mentioned to me one of those nights, or maybe it was, I forget which night it was, but you're like, no, because this is so dope how there's nothing you guys are doing is like this. Nobody's really talking about the service industry. It's this and that, like kind of what we said a little bit earlier before we started recording. And so I really appreciated that, and it kind of pushed me to push you to come on here, because if what you're saying is true, then yeah, you need to be here too and talk about it.
No, I appreciate that, man. Definitely respect what you guys are doing. Like you just said it, like you just alluded to earlier. Yeah, it's a different show. It's dope. You guys' chemistry is dope, and so you're always super solid at the party, like with the smile on, like with.
I have a smile.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he does.
Let's pause right here. He's going to do our first pause of the podcast.
All right, pause.
A smile on the face of this young gentleman, this lad behind the bar has a smile on his
I
face.
should have known.
When I see him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably should have.
All right.
Yeah, because I don't think any of the other attendees would say that. I don't think any of your guests at your party that you throw would say that.
I
But
feel you,
that's
I feel
neither
you.
here or there. We'll get to that later. But
But when I see you, it's like good energy, man.
Thanks,
you
man.
know, and then you always
See?
like
see, I
take
enjoy
care
my
of
job.
me. Yeah. He always takes care of me, and like, so I had to pull up, man. I really appreciate the invite.
Thank you. We're
course.
glad to have you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then tell us about what got you into this, or we'll start at the beginning. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, And how did you get
Who
to?
the fuck are you? No,
how did you get to this point in your life of being a chef? Because I've been wanting a chef on here for a while. That's another reason too. You're also a chef because I got questions and I've been talking shit about chefs. So you're gonna have to bat for them. But tell us a little about yourself.
I got you. Name is Victor Ramos. I go by Chef Vic. I'm a chef here in LA that provides Dominican and Puerto Rican food. I've been cooking ever since I was a kid, man. Ever since I could remember. 8 years old, 9 years old, husky kid. You know what I mean? Watching fucking the Lakers cartoons and like Food Network. You know?
hell yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
What got you wanting, like at that age where you're like, I'm gonna be a chef. I want to cook for people. I want to provide this, or was it later on in life?
Nah, it was early, man. Honestly, I'm blessed with a family that could cook.
Yeah,
like everybody could cook.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. They can. I see them back there in the kitchen too. I'm like, damn, man, this whole family's just in there. Not just one. Everybody's kind of just doing something. Like
shit.
they're all fucking.
Yeah,
That's
like
what's up.
even my dad could cook. Like his thing is like the grill. So like, you know, everybody holds their weight. So just growing up in that environment where like food was like such an important thing, I grew to love it and like grew a passion for it, you know, at an early age. So, yeah, I would just be like, I remember like my first meals, like I would just be cooking breakfast for myself, like, you know, like
Hell yeah.
Grand Slam Denny's type of
Yeah,
breakfast.
fuck Denny's. I can make the Grand Slam.
On
Shit.
the real, I swear. Like, and I was like 8 years old, 9 years old.
Wow.
And
Damn.
so, and then like my sisters would like eat it, even like my mom and stuff. They're like, oh, like I would see empty plates and stuff. So I was like, okay, I think I'm pretty good at this,
Alright.
you know? And so,
At 8 years old too. That's crazy.
yeah. So then I just like, you know, continued to like just practice. I would just watch my mom and my grandma. And yeah, I just always had a passion for it going through high school. I never really thought it would be like, you know, my career, because I never seen anybody take it that serious.
Right.
You know, other than like the celebrity chefs and stuff. And so then when college came, I was like, all right, I'm going to do the college route. I wanted to.
You went to culinary school?
I did a culinary program at a community college. It's called Cerritos College.
Okay.
But yeah, even going into college, I was like, man, I'm going to do like the traditional, I don't know, like college route, whatever. I'm going to get my BA, you know, transfer. I try to be a journalist. But then like.
What got you into journalism?
My sister.
Oh, shit. Okay.
My sister's a writer, so like she's like one of my inspirations. So I kind of just like looked at her and I'm like, man, you know, I want to be like her. Like she's everything I aspire to be. Like, yeah, she's like one of my heroes or whatever. But
You're gonna make her cry.
I know,
Instead of
right?
me making you cry,
She
you're
may
gonna
be
make her
watching
cry.
this, Christina. Shout out to Christina Ramos.
Shout
Shout
out
out Christina.
Yeah.
Thank you for being an inspiration.
Exactly. And then so then I was doing that, and then I was just like, yo, this is not me, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be somebody who I'm not.
Right.
And thankfully I have such a supportive family, and they were just like,
Hell yeah, you do. They all pull up and show out for you and for themselves too. So I see it firsthand.
Nah,
and I
thank
love
you,
that.
man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so thankfully I have a supportive family, and they kind of like grounded me and was just like, you know, follow your heart, like follow what you really love and dig deep and, you know, ask yourself, what is that, you know? So I was like, all right, I think it's cooking. And I knew it was going to be hard because I just saw like the Gordon Ramsay videos.
Yeah. Cutthroat.
Yeah, cutthroat. Like,
Yeah.
You
this
might
is
get your
fucking
throat cut.
ass. This shit is nasty.
Yeah.
No, all that. So like, that was a little bit intimidating, but I had no choice. I was just like, this is what I have to do, you know? So that's kind of my little journey, my culinary journey of how I decided to choose this route.
Mhm.
And I'm thankful I did, honestly.
So sorry.
Yeah.
So you said that you gave us a backstory on how you chose it, but how long exactly have you felt like you've been a professional at it? Where you felt like, okay, I'm actually doing this as my profession. I am a cook. Like, when did that happen for you, and how long ago was it?
Yeah, I would say that was probably right after I was done with the culinary program in the community college I attended. Actually, probably like a couple years after, because right after that, right after I graduated, I was like put into the fire. I went into like, real restaurants.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Is like, when did you get thrown into the wolves, into the shit?
Right. It was fairly early, like 22, 23.
Was that also when you first entered the service industry, or did you have service jobs before then?
No, I didn't. It was my first experience.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So
Dude, that man on the front lines,
Yeah.
straight out of boot camp.
yeah, no, seriously. So I did that for a couple years, but to answer your question, after that, I mean, during those times, I was always cooking my own food, like whether it was like small empanadas made at home or like little dishes I would like promote on Instagram and sell. Like, you see a lot of these Instagram cooks and stuff.
Yeah.
I was doing that at an early age in my cooking career. So then after, when I was kind of over the restaurant industry and how cutthroat it was, I started to do my own thing. So I would probably say that was the start, where I felt like, I know that's not the conventional like professional start of a like chef or whatever, but I kind of look at it like that way, because I put myself out there, put my food out there, and I had customers. So
Yeah.
it wasn't the traditional way, but I made it
it's
work.
the way people are getting their actual product out there nowadays, and it sounds like that was when you started actually producing like your food, because that's the thing, is like when you go into restaurants, you're making someone else's menu, and you're just basically following someone else's like recipes and stuff. But the empanadas and like putting your own stamp on like your food and what you want to sell, that seems like what you're saying is when you actually started owning yourself as a chef.
Yep.
Or as like a cook. What made you like focus in? I mean, clearly it's what you grew up eating, but I guess what made you decide you really wanted to stick with that particular, you said Puerto Rican, Dominican food, as opposed to like branching into other genres of food?
I would I get you. I would say, man, my aunt, like I said, all my family could cook, right?
Sure.
My grandma had 8 kids, so I have 4 tias, 5 tias. 4 tias. My mom is one of the sisters, whatever, but all of them could cook.
Yeah.
And one of them decided to open a restaurant. It was actually the first Dominican restaurant in Los Angeles.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was called Mama Fina's, and it was located in Bellflower. And she was a really good cook. She had all the baseball players up in there. All the Dominicans be playing baseball and shit.
Damn.
So had them up in there, and like it was just really, really successful. So seeing that, and showing that, you could really just stick to the food you love and the food that you know well, and it could be profitable, and it could be, you don't have to go with what the industry says, like, French cooking or Italian cooking, whatever. Like if you just cook good food, then that's all that matters. So
Yeah.
once I saw her like that blueprint, I was just like, okay, that's my lane,
Dope. I love that. So when you were working in these kitchens, I gotta ask, like, did you ever look at like the head chef and be like, damn, dude, this motherfucker's talking to me crazy right now? Like,
what? so many times,
bro. So all of us worked in restaurants, right?
Yes.
The way, and we've talked about this before, and it's not that I have a beef or a vendetta with head chefs.
However,
however,
with that being
now
said,
talk your shit. Go ahead.
Some of these motherfuckers have the biggest egos, right? And I understand everybody says head chefs. That's what everybody says. They all have big egos, right? I get it. You went through your vetting process. You've done this and that. I get that.
Yeah.
But like, the way they talk to the staff, even people that aren't in their kitchen.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking servers, bartenders, barbacks, whatever. They talk to them crazy. They walk around like, yes, I'm the head chef. Like they got a fucking PhD and can do fucking cardiac surgery. Like, I'm sorry, somebody else can do this too. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, what you're doing is impressive and great, but don't walk around like your shit don't stink too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
this. So I guess my question is that
Did you have a question? Or you just wanted to shit on them. I think you just wanted to shit on them.
I don't.
Let's be honest. I think you just wanted to shit on them.
Cook, and I just didn't see a question.
And we can vamp while you find your fake question. We can vamp, but like, go ahead. Yeah, what's your?
I
Fake
guess
question?
I was just kind of,
Yeah.
No, like I said, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
because
Talk
because
your shit.
I don't see that in you. Like I don't see that arrogance or ego in you, even though you've created a dope party and you make great food. I don't see that in you. So when I see other shit online or what I've experienced, it's like, what are your feelings and thoughts on that? Working in the kitchen, working in the line, like how do you feel when these head chefs walk around like just talking crazy to people?
Man, I hate it, honestly. And I feel like, that's just the way it's always been, and that's just like a universal accepted thing in the restaurant world. But I honestly disagree with it, and I just don't think it has to be that way, That's why I really look forward to having my own restaurant and creating, my own vibe and how I do things with, my cooks that I lead and stuff, because I want it to be different from what people know it as, I want to set an example and hopefully show like, pave a new world for young cooks coming up, to try to just teach them that it doesn't have to be, what it was in the 70s,
Fucking
80s,
shouting at them, and calling them dumbasses names.
Yeah.
Verbal abuse is what it is.
Right.
It's abuse.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It definitely is. And I've been through my fair share of encounters with crazy chefs with ego, like you said. I remember one time I was frying up some fries. This is at the Langham Hotel in Pasadena.
Name names.
Right.
Sometimes you just have to.
Sometimes
Right.
you just have
It's a
to.
hit list. No, I'm just like. Nah, but I was on like I was on the fryer station. That's like the easy station. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you could imagine I'm like a beginner compared to all the other cooks on the line or whatever. And I had fried the fries too long. It was kind of like the In-N-Out well done fries, like kind of crispy, extra crispy. So I went.
Sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
No, real
That's
shit.
what it is.
No, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
Oh shit.
And I remember I had got them done. I remember looking at them. I'm like, fuck it. Like,
Oh no.
yeah, like I'm not about to do them
no.
again.
Not fucking on the line.
I should have known better, honestly.
Yeah. You knew your ass was about to get handed to you. Damn.
Wow.
Man, yeah. So then I handed him the fries, and he just slaps my hand, and I dropped the fries, and it's like, dog, you could tell me I could get chewed out, whatever,
Yeah.
Tell me whatever's wrong, but you putting your hands on me,
Yeah.
that's
It's triggering. Like you don't know what's gonna happen next.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I just remember grinding my teeth and just taking that, just taking it and just I turned around and gave him a new set of fries. It was so annoying.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, but experiences like that. Talking to other chef homies, that's what it is. And it might be not as harsh as that experience, but like you said, it's the talking crazy and the very stressful environment. And, if we could try to get away from that a little bit, that'll be the goal.
So before you even answered his question, I already had a feeling of what I was going to say. Then you answered it.
Oh, really?
And double down on what I wanted to say. I feel that the main problem we're having with people is chefs treat the line like the comment section on social media. They feel like they can just say whatever the fuck they want to you, and nothing's gonna happen to them on the back end. And it's like, yo, I can give you these fries or I can give you these hands. You touch me again.
No, because like the thing is, the hot oil is right here. This hot oil is right here. I could dunk your whole fucking hand, touch my hand again. Like, what?
I just feel like a lot of that entitlement, which is the reason why I don't like a lot of those shows that showcases a chef that is abusive, like you said. They're being verbally abusive. They're creating a hostile work environment. And yeah, it's always been the standard, but it's always been because someone else had it happen to them first, and then once they get there, the baser instincts kicked in.
Yep.
You know, because I've seen the same thing in bartending. You know, I've had that happen recently where I was having a conversation about another bartender who's like 10 years younger than me. And I just remember 10 years ago, I was him, and a bartender who was me at this point, he didn't treat anyone with respect behind the bar. The way that he would do things, say you messed something up or you bumped into him the wrong way, he would just drop everything he had in his hand.
Whoa.
And make it
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know you know.
I know who you're talking about.
You know, but since then, that person has moved on from the service industry, and we're still friends. But they've even acknowledged, like, oh, I acted like that because when I started bartending, that's how I was treated. So as he got older, he started falling into those same habits from 10, 15, or however many years that they've been in this industry. Like you said, it's baked in. Chef speak. But it's really a part of it because we've always known someone who's gone through it. So therefore you end up allowing it because it's high stress or whatever. But sometimes you do need to just go out back and have a few words or do some sign language. One of the two. You know? And I feel like a lot of these older, let's just call it what it is. I'm one of them, but I'm saying the toxic people within this industry, they do need to be phased out. At a certain point, like you said, you didn't want to be traditional in what you wanted to prepare as far as food. We need to stop being so traditional in how we treat this industry, the service industry itself. There are some things that have stood the test of time for a good reason, and some things just need to go. And the toxic nature behind there, that's gotta fucking go, no matter what.
Yeah. You know what? I think the Gen Z group of kids that go into these service jobs might be the one that they're gonna be the ones that change a lot of things, because I've noticed that they will not tolerate that. Like, you talk to them crazy, they'll walk the fuck out like nothing. They'll just leave. They're like,
I don't need this.
You're not gonna talk to me like that. I'm gone. That's it. If they don't swing on you, they'll leave. Because I noticed that a lot of them will swing on you for the views and the clicks and shit. Like, they will do it. As stupid as it is, they will fucking swing on you, or they'll just walk the fuck out and then post about it and brag about it. It's dumb, but Gen Z is definitely the epitome of fuck around and find out.
Absolutely.
So I hope they do change it, not in a violent way.
Nah, I'm here for it.
I'm just saying, man, some of these chefs do need to be swung on. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Like, let's stop acting like the word violence is so bad.
It's not.
Sometimes you need a little violence. Just a little chaos.
Just a little violence.
It's the people who go overboard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some, you know,
like that smacking the hand shit.
Smacking the hand.
That is clause and grounds for getting your ass whooped.
Yes.
They
Sorry.
put their hands on you first.
If he would have smacked the bowl,
violence. Isn't that like under the law of if you put your hands on me without me giving you consent, that is assault. They assaulted you at work, so we can go outside so we don't lose our jobs.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Because he could have smacked the bowl out your hands or whatever, but he said no.
Yeah, and it was just, man, there's so many levels of disrespect. I felt like belittled. I felt like a little ass kid. Like, it was my mom.
That's what came to my mind too.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just
and it shouldn't be belittling, because it's like at the beginning I say we as in like the chefs, like we've all gone through school or teaching. So like I'm learning the same things you did, and vice versa. It's like, don't talk to me or treat me like I'm stupid. Teach me. Like, you can teach me instead of belittling me. Like, that's not helping anyone. That's you'll get the job done, but then it creates that stress, and then when you go to work, then you start like pondering, questioning, like, damn, dude, do I want to work at this place still? And then you start to second guess, like, is this my passion? Do I want to go through this? And that doesn't help anybody. No. And then it also reflects on your work too. Or you're forced to improve out of not fear, but fear of the abuse, I guess. Yeah, because you don't want to be belittled, yelled at, or smacked. It's crazy. That sounds.
It's just like, why add chaos to already a super chaotic environment?
Yeah.
People are already shouting, and you got the expo doing this and that you don't need to do that.
I think
super fucking unnecessary.
Right. I think that the approach is, a calming approach. If you really want things to, work out and stuff and be better, then don't add to the chaos with your ego and craziness.
My experience is that a lot of head chefs are on a shit ton of coke, though. I've never met a head chef that I didn't think had some type of coke or meth problem or was recovering. I've seen that as well. But every head chef I've ever seen and or met is either in recovery of a drug problem or actively in a drug problem. And I think that's just how they probably cope with how, the stress of wherever they're at. But that also, I think, leads to them doing dumb shit like that, where it's just like, you're out of fucking line right now. You may not even realize you're out of line because you're just in another fucking world right now. But that's all. Every head chef I've ever met, I've been like, you have a drug problem. Duly noted. Cool.
Yep.
Drug. Their lines with their chef knives.
Oh no. My thing is a clipboard. You know how they always have the clipboard?
That's funny as fuck.
Every time they walk with a clipboard and they kind of disappear into a bathroom, it's like, got it, cool, sweet. Like I see this shit all the fucking time.
Their lines with the chef.
Dog. You don't need that clean of a line.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It wasn't within my vicinity. I didn't have that.
So that
the guests send it back like, it tasted a little funny, or they keep coming back for more. Maybe because it's still laced with it. They just keep.
This chicken makes my gums itchy.
They're not coming back for the food. It's that extra ingredient that you didn't know was added. That's why they keep coming back. When they say, "Damn, did they make this shit with crack in it?"
They call
There
it
you go.
Coke.
I don't know if we can put that on YouTube.
Oh shit!
I don't know if YouTube will allow us to put that title, but I love it.
All the fucking fries and shit.
Copay.
That's funny.
Oh, we're gonna have to find a
Coke
better title than that.
That's a great fucking title.
That's a great title.
You can put an asterisk.
I had a
Figure out a
question.
good way.
We're in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's beef between like the Puerto Rican Dominican foods versus the Mexican and Salvi foods?
Hold on before you answer that.
Okay.
So it's actually something that I wanted to propose, just as a general idea, and let us know in the comments if you think this is a good idea. Maybe we should fucking create it, or someone should, but we should set up a situation to where when people have beef in the service industry, the company pays for them to go to a boxing ring and box that shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, put it up, like with the funny gloves where you don't come to work all fucked up the next day.
Yeah.
But everyone goes there and
You just
fucking
get that stress
pick
out.
your size, and you're just watching the fight. And when the fight's over, it's done.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just done. You
Release
let out
that
all
stress.
That fucking aggression. You remember that? I told you to fucking clean table 77. You didn't even fucking clean it. Just bop, bop, bop.
Yep.
Or pugil sticks.
The who?
I think they're called pugil sticks. The ones where like like the Marines train with it's a big old stick and big soft pads, and they wear helmets and they
Oh, like
fight
the
with
American Gladiator type shit.
Yeah, like that,
yeah.
like that.
Even shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just start wailing each other with those sticks.
Yeah, or you get into those giant inflatable
Those
balls
sumo
and
joints.
just run into
Oh,
each other as
fuck
far as
yeah.
fast as possible. Laser tag, like what? So in other words, let's bring back company fucking outings the way it used to be in this industry.
Yeah.
You know what happened to our holiday parties? What happened to our stress relievers? There's nothing for us. There's nothing to help us like
Paintball's another good
team
one.
build, but we're supposed to be the ones providing fun for everyone else. But the
Right.
company that asks us to do it never sets it up for us to do it.
Man, we're working those events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, here's the holiday party, but hey, we need food, we need drinks.
Yeah.
So you guys got to work, but you
The
you
only
can have
people
an
that-
hour break to mingle with us.
And
but
the
it's
only
like,
people that get to attend are the corporate people, the people that sit in the desks, or like the managers and shit, the people that are not in the shit,
Got it.
or the
So
or
that
the
they can see
servers.
what's going on with their team.
Yeah, but it's just like at the place we worked at, the people that would go to that party are all the people that work in the offices, the ones that are doing the accounts and this
Shit.
and that.
You can-
The
you can
HR,
set
those
up-
are the people that get to go.
Yeah.
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 You could set it up the right way where you could do it in shifts. where the night shift has to do the day shift for the holiday party, and the day shift has to work the night shift for the holiday party.
Yeah.
So then everything's done within the company. Everyone has to sign their little paperwork like, hey, I'm not going to do nothing crazy or I'm going to lose my job. It is what it is. But for however many hours, the company is paying for you to eat some of that same food that you got to take to all these tables, but you never get to have any.
Right.
Yeah.
Get the same drinks, or maybe you can batch everything. Like, you don't want anyone working too hard that day. But
Right.
there's a way to do it. And we worked at a place together that did that. You weren't there long enough to get to a holiday party, but the way that they did their holiday parties were set up kind of like that, where everyone knew who was going to be working during the holiday party and who was going to get off at a certain time and join us at this other spot. This was back in Phoenix. They took us to this fucking lake and put us on one of the boats, like one of the big ones and all this other shit. They made a whole day out of it.
Oh, damn.
And the place was a terrible place to work.
Oh.
But we all loved working there because we had those bonding moments with those holiday parties. You know, we've gotten too far away from letting your team members actually get to know each other and enjoy being around each other, especially in this industry.
Yeah.
You know, we have all these references to, you know, being on the front lines or whatever, and not to make light of it or compare it to, you know, working in the armed services, but it's still that same camaraderie like you were mentioning before. It's just, we are in that shit together. We're trauma bonding.
Yeah.
And come on, man, like, we got to deal with all of this shit day in, day out, night in, night out, and you never do nothing for us.
Yeah.
You know, and we got to settle our disputes amongst ourselves with no outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I mean, some of my fondest memories, or the memories I still have of previous jobs, come from those holiday parties. It's like, I mean, usually it's me falling asleep somewhere, but
Yeah, you are.
yeah, but like,
I feel like you might fall asleep in that chair too.
It's very comfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a very comfortable chair.
You look a little too lax.
No,
right
I'm
now.
good. I'm good. We good for now. Check back in 30. But like those memories from holiday parties like kept us going throughout the year. We're like, oh yeah, you remember so and so did this, or so and so was trying to get at her and then that didn't work out, or like we played beer pong and like you guys lost, like all that type of shit was happening at like the holiday parties. And so yeah, we don't have any of that right now, and it kind of sucks. It's just like, you know, if you guys figure out a way to bond outside of here, good for you, or not. But yeah,
Whatever, not our problem. Anyways, get back on the clock. Go get back to work. You're on the clock.
essentially.
I was gonna ask.
I was just the last thing I was gonna say. I miss being the bartender for a holiday party of service industry people coming to my bar.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen that in such a long time.
No.
I did it for your place. It wasn't my bar, but it was cool to do that. And everybody's having a good time and chilling.
Yeah.
You would ask them the question about beef.
Yes.
Yeah,
Between
beef. So the Puerto Rican Dominican food, do you feel like that's been a thing, like taking like a stakehold here in LA with, like, you know, clearly in LA it's much more about Mexican food and Salvadorian food, and do you feel like that's been like a not an issue but just like something you notice?
Nah, not at all. Honestly,
It's like place for everybody.
yeah. I mean, LA is one of the biggest cities in America already. So there's a lot of people. You guys know how overpopulated it is. But if anything, I feel like the Mexicans kind of like beef with each other. With just like, you know what I'm saying? The Mexican spots with like, there's just so many places, you feel me?
Right.
And then when it comes to Dominican, Puerto Rican food, there's very few of us. So
Right.
Shit.
I really
don't know where to look.
I got you. I got a list. There's Caribbean cuisine. There's the Dominicans, El Coro Cafe, El Bacano. There's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's a lot. I say a lot, but not really. Sorry. It's a few. So I feel like, and we're all in different spots. So
Why do you think that is? Like, why aren't there more? Like, I mean, you're a part of it. So, what do you think are some of the things holding that culture, as far as a culinary culture, from expanding more, especially out here?
I would say it's
Shit,
just
LA's too far from the islands.
I actually had my mic off when I asked that question.
Oh, you gotta ask it
Let
again.
me say it again.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are some of the things that you think are holding the expansion of that culinary culture? Like, why aren't there more Dominican places and Puerto Rican places and things like that? Especially with a place as heavily populated as we are. Like, what do you think is holding it back? Because you're in that right now.
Yeah, I mean, kind of what he alluded to. It's far from what we're as people used to. Yeah, the migration is a long way.
It is because you either stop in Florida, New York, or Chicago.
Exactly. And yeah, Chicago got a lot of Puerto Ricans, as you may know. Florida, obviously, all that. So, LA is just a spot where we're not where you can't really traditionally find our people. But I would say in the last 10 years there has been a influx of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, and I've obviously noticed that because I'm born and raised in LA, so I've seen the growth. And but I would, just to answer your question, I would say it's something that's it's a place that's very far from where our people usually settle down in.
I'm not gonna lie. I think every Puerto Rican and Dominican in Los Angeles goes to your party. Like everyone that is in LA County, you'll find every single one of them at Capicua.
Unless they're working.
Unless they're working.
That's why I'm nervous.
Yeah, unless they're working. Yeah.
No, it's a trip, honestly, because at first, when I was first doing the party and promoting it.
What party? Let's introduce the party.
Sure, got you. I should have done that. You're right. So the party I throw is called Capicua. You can find us on Instagram, Capicua_LA. And it's a party that's rooted in...
I don't know if this is where you put it.
It's going to be right here.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a party rooted in Dominican and Puerto Rican culture.
You're half and half, right?
I'm half and half. My dad's Puerto Rican, my mom's Dominican. And I provide the food.
I said half and half like he was coffee.
I was going to let fly. I was like, yo, if you're cool with that, all right. It's like,
No, yeah. So, I provide the food. We have Dominican DJs that play the traditional music, bachata, merengue, salsa, reggaeton, all our vibes. And then we play dominoes. So that's something where, in our community that, brings people together and just contributes to the good vibes. And so that's basically what kind of like the vibe of our party. A lot of people describe it like a family vibe.
Yeah.
A family kind of like environment. Everybody's like,
for sure. Like a huge ass family reunion.
Yeah, kind of like a party at your like Theo or Tia's house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could find older people there from like 50s to like 70s, like a couple of them, and then like your 21-year-olds.
They're the first ones on the dance floor before the party starts. When the DJ's not even there, you guys are just playing salsa. They're the first ones there. I see it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's adorable. It's the exact same feeling you described. It's just like being at somebody's house or party.
Yeah, exactly. So that's basically kind of like what the party is about and stuff. And so just to get back to your question though, just throwing the parties in the beginning, we would see a little bit of like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. They were just like getting hip to it and like finding out what Capicua was. By the 6-month mark, I couldn't believe how many Dominicans were out here and Puerto Ricans,
Shit, when you guys did it at High Tide, I was like, God damn, where are they hiding? And I always make this joke that they all go back to their normal lives. Nobody goes out. Nobody hides. They don't go to any other spot. Once it's Capicua time, they all come out. They all come out and they all flood that place because people say, "Oh yeah, there's Puerto Ricans out here. There's Dominicans out here." Where? Yeah. Where is the town? The part of the town? Because like there's a K town. You have the Filipinos in one spot, or what else? Vietnamese. Everybody. Our fucking Armenians have their own spot too.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that in LA. There is one in Chicago. You got Humboldt Park. That's where predominantly like all the Puerto Ricans are, Cubans and Dominicans. But there's not a part in LA, at least not to my knowledge, where it's like, yeah, that is where the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans all reside. There's nothing like that here. So it's hard to find where our people go to eat and party or whatever like that.
Well, you can't swim across America.
Right.
I'll give you that one.
Yikes.
No, just listening to it earlier, hearing about how, a lot of Dominicans and Puerto Ricans never make it this far to this side of the country. It's like, why would you? you go where your family is. You go where you know that you can succeed. And that's just never really happened in LA because so many people come here. I think that the thing that's kind of holding that back is a little bit of that American racism of, well, you're all Latino, so you're all Mexican. I know that's how it was for me growing up is, you know, I'm half black and Puerto Rican. But to everyone I went to school with, I was Mexican.
Hey, same, bro, same.
Name, so I'm Mexican. That's all I can be because they've never heard of any other type of Latino out
Puerto
here.
Rico. What part of Mexico is that?
Exactly.
It's in the water.
The part that broke off.
Oh shit!
I give you that one. I give you another one. Damn, that's 3 today. Ooh, shit.
No, that's some real shit though, because I got that same experience too. They always thought I was black and Mexican.
Yeah.
They didn't know, you know, what Puerto Rican was or Dominican. I would bring leftovers from, you know, my mom's cooking from the day before, and the shit would be smelling wild, you know, like well seasoned food, you know what I mean?
That's seasoning. Careful.
That's
Careful.
song, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. Yeah. On the real. And then, you know, like they'll be like, yo, that's crazy, that's wild, you know, but they just wasn't accustomed to it. So
Yeah.
it's just, I guess it's just the way it was before.
So I wanted to ask you 2 things to bring it back to Capicua. One, can you explain where the name came from, and then how the inception, why you did it, what, you know, how that came about?
Got you. So Capicua is a term used in our language or whatever. It's a term to describe basically. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I'm like studying shit. Sorry. Capicua is a term used in dominoes. It's basically like checkmate.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you lock the game and stuff. So you usually like
Slap that bitch on the table. Capicua.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You say it with like emphasis.
Yeah.
You fucking slam it on the table. You get disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know. That's like, yo, I just won the game. You know, add my points up. You know. So we. In the, you know, us coming up with the party, me and my cousin Maciel, we were like, we definitely wanted to incorporate dominoes into our event because that's how we hang out.
It's a staple.
Yeah, it's a staple. So we felt like it was the perfect name to kind of like, it just sounded good, rolls off the tongue well.
Yeah,
you know?
it does.
And then it's obviously has to do with dominoes. So that's kind of how the name came about. And the party, in 2020, or how the party came about, in 2021, I had a friend that had access to a local park, and he knew I was like hustling on Instagram and like selling plates and like and shit. And so he was like, hey, like, do you want to use, you know, my plug to this park to like sell food? You could do like a big cookout and just like, you know, make your sales or whatever. And so I thought it was a great idea, obviously, a good opportunity for me. And so I was like, man, like, what about if we just do like a hangout, a park hangout, you know, dancing, dominoes, the same formula, you know, dominoes, music, food, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, let's do it. And so I promoted it like for like 2 weeks on Instagram. I didn't know what the result was going to be of how many people would show up or whatever. And to my surprise, man, grip of people pulled up.
How many do you think?
I would say like 400 to 500.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
That's more than a grip, my brother.
Oh.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
It was
Bro,
crazy.
that's one of the fucking theaters here in LA. That's a small theater in
You promoted
LA.
for
God
2
damn.
weeks on IG.
On 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and
There was a thirst for that party, bro.
no, I'm saying there was nothing like that before the, you know,
Yeah.
before that or whatever. So
Holy shit.
yeah, so it was such a good turnout. I was just like, man, and people enjoyed the food. I sold out food within like an hour and a half. Like I was expecting to sell the whole day. I was like done with the food, and I was just like meeting so many people that I never knew lived here in LA that were from, you know, our culture or whatever. And so then I was just like, man, like got to do this more often. You know,
Yeah.
there's obviously a need for it, and you know, and the people are asking for more. So, I kind of reached out to my cousin, Maciel, who is currently the co-creator of Capicua. I like to describe her
Should have
as
been here.
she should have been here. Yes, it's okay. I'll represent for us. But I like to call her the brains behind Capicua. Like she's super organized and she has great ideas and she's definitely helped push the party forward. And it would not be where it's at without her. I kind of, approached her and I'm like, hey, like, what about if we do this more often? You know, obviously we're not going to have access to a park. So like maybe we do it at a bar or like a lounge area and we just provide a party that we have like every weekend, at our Tia's house or Theo's house. And she loved it and she agreed. And after that, it was history. Our first party was July of 2022. And now, yeah, we're still going.
What was your first official one?
It was in the Friend Bar in Silver Lake.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Have you been there?
Yeah, we've been there.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a little vibe.
Yeah.
Our homie JJ plays there on Blind Date Tuesdays.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo,
What was the turnout for that one?
that one. So the first one was like, I would say like 80 people.
That's a lot for that space.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was perfect because you guys know it was small. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Because you're turning this way.
Yeah.
So
I
we
see.
want to make.
I've been staring at this, making sure that
Is it
we're
easy?
picking you up because I can hear you, but I'm like, I got to make sure I'm seeing it. So
Ah,
I've just been
gotcha.
doing this, trying to be sneaky, but thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As you can see, I'm a
You,
pod.
you don't have to go right up on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Go back like little.
like this.
No, not me. Back up. Like
Oh, okay.
right there. Yeah.
Okay,
You don't got to make out with it unless you want to. That's fine.
I'm a podcast rookie, man.
No, that's good. It's all good. But 80 people is a lot.
Yeah, 80 people, and for that space, looks packed and stuff, and it was cracking. And then, man, 4 or 5 parties,
Just a little bit more
Me?
4 or 5 parties into it.
towards him a little bit more.
Towards him?
Right there. No, keep going.
Okay.
I got you, man.
Okay, it's okay, sorry.
They're used to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I love
they're more happy that we're not losing anything. Because we've had some times where we've been trying to get this whole thing dialed in, making sure the video and audio and everything is as good as possible. And sometimes we get so lost in it that we're not paying attention.
Yeah.
So I think if anything, they're like, at least they're on it today.
Yeah, no, I see it. I appreciate it. And I'm moving too much. My bad. I'm like getting,
you're
getting
really
excited.
Yeah, you're in it. That's
excited.
what we want. That's what we want.
Um,
So it's packed in there with 80 people.
Yeah. So then by like the 4th or 5th time, throwing it at the Friend, it was like super packed.
You probably had like a stupid ass line.
Crazy line, yes, for sure. And with that spot, I think, our party, like we actually dance. So like, everybody likes to dance or whatever, and
You need a little room.
you need room. And man, you couldn't dance at the Friend Bar of how packed it was. Like I remember like doing my little bachata moves or whatever, and I would bump into a couple people and like, I'm sorry, always having to apologize because it was just that packed, so.
These hips don't lie, but they apologize.
Yeah, I was about to say ring it.
God damn it. Shit, you are on fire today. And they're not bad.
Thank you.
I am surprised. Because some of his jokes are like,
Yeah, some of mine are
but they've been good. You've
pretty
been
bad.
on it
They're
today.
pretty fucking bad.
Oh shit! Yeah, you 2 for 2, bro.
God damn.
Yeah. So yeah, just it became something that was super packed in that place, and we had to kind of like, move locations, and hence why we're at High Tide now.
Oh, shit. So after the Friend Bar, you came to our place.
Yep. Exactly.
When was the first one there? That was last year, right?
That was last year, I believe. It
Was it in
was.
the summer?
Nah, man. I think it was like February or March.
It had to be March because we started serving alcohol there.
Yeah,
Because we had first started serving alcohol. So it actually had to be after St. Patty's.
Yeah, it was definitely March because I remember Brandon, who's the owner, he was telling me, he's like, man, I'm just waiting on the license. Once we get that, like, we're good to go, you know? So, yeah, that was last year, man.
Yeah. Damn, that's almost been a year you guys have been fucking partying with us.
Yeah, man. I love High Tide, man. Not only is the staff great.
You hear that?
Shout out to y'all. But the ambiance, man, the outside, I feel like it fits our vibe of what our party is so well. You know, the palm trees, the little pink and red lights, and like kind of looks like Miami Vice vibes out there. Yeah. And so I love it, man. We were blessed.
It fits so well with the party. And I remember when I saw it on the schedule, I'm like, Capicua. I'm like, what the fuck? I know that word. that word, everything that is familiar. I was like, what's this? He's like, oh yeah. He's like, it's this Dominican Puerto Rican party. I was like my ears perked up and everything. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He's there's this chef. He's gonna be, huh? Yeah. He's like, yeah, this chef and his cousin, they throw this party. There's gonna be food. There's gonna be food. He's like, yeah, there's this Puerto Rican Dominican party. They have food, this and that. I'm like, oh, I cannot wait. And then in that first one, it was, I don't want to say it was what I expected because I didn't know what to expect. Because I'm like, I'm in LA. I don't know how many Puerto Rican Dominicans are here, but I know there will be a good amount of Latinos here and dancing or whatever. They showed out though. They showed out for that first one there too. I was like, God damn. It's weird because nobody wants to come in early to enjoy the food and hang out.
That's a very LA thing.
They all want to come at like 9, 10 o'clock when everybody's there, and then they complain that they can't get in. You should have been here at 5 o'clock so you can eat. Food's gone. Yeah. There's nowhere to sit. Now you just got to stand and wait in line at the bar because you wanted to show up late.
Yes.
Sorry, I went on a little tangent there. But
no.
Yeah, that first one.
You can be fashionably late and hungry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there's no more food.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
We try to, the goal is to always sell out so I could enjoy the party.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Why would you want to have food left over?
Yeah, exactly. That's a L if that happens. But yeah, so come early, eat good, and also the early vibe is cool. It is. It's a long party. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
Right? He's like, yo, this shit is a lot. Yeah, it's a long haul.
It is a long one, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I mean that as like, there's, like you said, the early part of it, which is like, okay, we're waiting for like the rush of people to come in, but it's also nice to enjoy and see everybody that do come out for a little bit, play the dominoes and hang out and do a little bit of the dancing on the dance floor and enjoying the food. So it's nice to see that part. I enjoy that part.
Yeah, no, I think that's what's cool about it is that you could get, it's like different vibes, you know, different phases of the party. In the beginning, like you said, enjoy some food, relax, play some dominoes, also network, and like, you know, I feel like our crowd is like, you know, a lot of creatives and like aspiring artists, actresses, actors and stuff like in that world or whatever. So it's good to network. And then, you know, then usually when Giselle comes, who is our DJ, shout out to Giselle
Shout out to
Peppers.
Giselle, man, she's dope.
Yeah,
she fucking kills it, bro.
Yeah, she's fucking dope. She definitely is a big part of Capicua, and she adds her little sauce and sazon to our shit. That is undeniable. But when she comes, man, she got her crowd, her own little crowd, and her own little pool. So, you know, she usually comes on the later time. So
she's basically the headliner.
Yeah.
She's basically the headliner.
Yeah.
And it's dope to see because you see the shift in the party from that chillax vibe and then ramping up with other music playing, people getting there and, you know, getting into it. And then when she comes there, it's like whatever big name DJ like a Marshmallow, Diplo, whatever, at being at EDC, and it's like, oh shit, we've been waiting for this person. She comes on, she just commands that crowd.
Right.
She commands it, and it is impressive and amazing to see that shit.
No,
like
really.
because I get to see it all.
Yeah.
And I just see her doing her thing, and everybody, man, she's like a what do they call them? The people that conductor. She's like a conductor.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah, they bring out the cameras for her, and they, it's all lit.
Yeah,
up
they
and
do, man.
shit.
Some of those photographers piss me off because they get behind the bar and I'm doing transactions and they fucking flash. I'm like, yo, chill.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had to go off on one of them because he went directly behind, like before you go to the bathroom, and I'm like turning around doing something, and then like I go to the register, and then it like flashes, and I'm like, my man, I was like, can you chill with the flash, please? Can you go up a little bit? Like you're right in my face. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't mind the cameras, just like it was right there. I was
I
pissed.
feel you, man.
I was pissed.
I feel
And-
like that's that balance between trying to get the candid shot. You want to capture people when they're vibing and in that moment. But the thing is when it's a guest out there dancing, partying, they don't mind because that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
When you're working, you're trying to concentrate. It's the exact opposite of what you want.
Yeah.
Just explaining that for people out there, like, why are you complaining about pictures getting taken? It's not the picture.
Because it's dark as shit.
Exactly.
And
it's
I'm
the
blind.
startling nature of your eyes being focused on one thing, and then you get this flash of light while you were also trying to concentrate. It really can throw you off. You know.
And that's also on top of people snapping, whistling, and a lot of other things. Which, man,
Yikes.
man, you know what?
I don't see that part because I just be looking at you. I'm like, hey, my boy. You know what I need?
I appreciate that you don't ever like, yo, you don't do none of that. Like I've seen with some other promoters or whatever at other parties, that you don't step over that boundary. Like you kind of wait until we kind of catch eyes, and if I see you from the corner of my eye, I'm gonna make sure I make at least a second for you. But yeah, like you've got people that are just like snapping, whistling. Let me tell you, man, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, some of them motherfuckers there, and I can tell you which ones. You probably don't know them personally, but there's these I think they're brothers or cousins or whatever, and they got like their hair braided and shit. They look like the fucking duo from Extreme, the singers. You know what they look like?
No.
Fuck, let me pull up a picture. They look like these motherfuckers, right? And every time I see them, I just know they're gonna be fucking whistling or whatever and shit like that. They look like these motherfuckers right here.
Oh, I think I need some.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what? They look like these guys right here.
Oh shit! Probably with the same fit too.
They're a little far, but they look like them. And as soon as I see them from my peripheral, I'm like, don't fucking whistle, don't snap, don't whistle, don't snap. Every fucking time they do it, and they do it, and I snap at them every time because I have to tell them like, yo, stop fucking whistling, stop snapping at me. Oh, it's my turn. I'm like, no, wait, and they're trying to come around. I'm like, yo, back the fuck up, and they do it every time. After the second time they come up, they know not to do that anymore. But every time Capicua happens, it's like they forget that they're not supposed to snap or whistle at us. So I have to remind them again. But it's always those two motherfuckers that do it the most every time.
It's because it works everywhere else.
It does, but it's not gonna work with me.
So many people in this industry are scared to just, or they're not in the position. They don't have the freedom to be able to say, "Stop fucking whistling at me."
Shout out to Brandon that lets us do that because we are people, not fucking robots and shit. There's other people that do that shit, and I have to snap at them, but I've never been whistled to snap that more than Capicua. But I also understand that that's like just a form of communication with our people. Like it's just like, yo, papi.
Something to get you. It's cultural.
Yeah, I get it.
And then also like, I mean, not even to brag, but it doesn't help that the party's packed. So like, I see you guys. That's why I appreciate you guys because, dude, you're like, you don't stop. You're like, slushy machine. Then you get 2 shots, and you're like, you're really like hustling. So, but it's a lot of people, you know. It is. And so I think that definitely doesn't help that,
Yeah. But that's why I appreciate that you don't come around and pester me. You wait till I got a moment. But yes.
No, for sure. I think it's back. I think it's back to like being in the industry, like understanding what it is and like how it goes down. And once you're in that world, you respect others when you see them doing it and when you're not doing it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure when you guys at a restaurant, you guys are pretty kind, you know, like you understand what they're going through. Empathy, exactly.
That's exactly what it is, empathy. I've said it before that just like certain countries do mandated military service, people should do some kind of either retail, service industry, hospitality for like 3 months, just so we don't have this like this discourse, this what is it, like separation, like everybody understands, you know, everybody has empathy for it, so we're not like butting heads, like we're on the same side. I'm here to help you and I want you to have a good time. You want to have a good time, let me provide that for you. And then now you're whistling. Yeah. Oh man, I really wish people would understand more. I really do.
It sounds like you're a little bit different, but like most cooks that I know, they don't really cook that much or eat when they're like, as soon as they clock out from like the actual kitchen, they just go home and make a peanut butter and jelly and go to McDonald's. Like,
Rob, I'm not seeing you at all. Is yours?
Did you tap it?
Or anything?
I haven't touched anything.
Okay.
You want to unplug and plug it back in? Sorry, we ran into a little issue here, but we're gonna fix it. Yeah, you've been babysitting that shit like a motherfucker, bro. Look at all that kind of
sweating. Hey, cheers though.
Oh shit. Salute.
My bad. Or should we should wait for the guys. Salute, man.
I'll cheers you. No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, you good.
One second.
But I'll keep chatting so we don't have wasted airtime. But I really do love Capicua. I love that you guys bring in this crazy crowd. As much as like the frustration I get in it afterwards, I'm never like, fuck, I never want to do that again. I'm always like, that was another one, man.
Yeah.
For me personally, and I'm sure the rest of my coworkers feel this way, we would I would want you guys to do it a little bit more. Like for me, because I get that taste of my culture and my people, I love that, and I want it twice a month, not just once a month. Like I would want that shit twice or 3 times a month. Like I wish you guys would do a little bit more, or something that is like kind of the same, like parallel derivative of it or subsidiary of it. I would love to have something like that. And you know, I know that's you and your sister got to talk, or you and your cousin got to talk about that, but I want more of that.
No, I get it. I would say though, you know, that was us doing it once a month is kind of a strategic thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because you don't want to saturate it. You don't want to oversaturate
right.
it, for sure.
And just grew up in LA, going out in LA, I've seen these parties come and go, you know. I've seen these parties get created and they die out, they fizz out within 2 to 3 years, 4 years. It's only those really good parties that stand the test of time, you know. And so that's one reason, is that, you know, don't want to like dilute it and like, you know, oversaturate it, you know. Want to create that anticipation for people. That's definitely a part of it. Another part, shit is hard as fuck.
Shit, I bet, man. You guys bring
It's
in
a lot of fucking work.
You guys
a lot
bring
of
in
fucking work.
I fucking
man.
bet it is. That's why you haven't been able to show up a couple of times, because I know.
Right.
I know. I had to tell him, I'm like, look, man, he's not being an asshole. He's not flaking because of this and that. After we had that little chat, I was like, look, it's because of this. It was on the wrong week. He didn't realize it, didn't get back to me, got distracted, whatever it was. Like, it's a lot of work that goes into it. So
it's a lot, man. I mean, usually the rollout for Capicua is like 10 days before the party, you know, and we're meeting, we're talking about our strategy or whatever, and then I'm starting to source things and get my equipment and clean shit. Like, I cook out of my mother's house, you know, and I basically turned her garage into like a legit kitchen. So, you know, I say that to say I don't have the conventional resources, you know, that makes me and my cousin execute a party like, you know, to this magnitude. So it's hard to do this shit with the cards that you're dealt with. But you know, we make that shit happen.
We know. I mean, we're sitting in our living room.
Just had to fix
And that, yeah.
Right.
We
But
get it. You work with the tools you have.
yes, I think that's, you know, if you do it with passion and, you know, you do it with dedication and passion, like all those obstacles, you can overcome those, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah.
I will say though, how you said a lot of these other parties fizzle out. I think this one is so special and unique. And I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just on my soapbox here. I think because there's nothing like it and there isn't an outlet for our people, that I see the longevity there. Even if you guys did it twice a month and, you know, we're able to get more people in your team, bring more money to do what it takes to do that, I see this lasting a very long time because you guys really are becoming the focal point for Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. You did a piece with, what is it, LA Weekly?
Yeah.
And even then they mentioned that, like, you guys and you as a chef for Puerto Rican and Dominican food, you guys are the go-to for the culture. So, and I think that's great, man. Shout out to you for being that.
Hey,
for
thank you.
creating
Man.
that. Like,
Appreciate
that's so dope to see your piece in a newspaper or magazine. What is it? Is it a newspaper, magazine, or
it's a
journal,
magazine.
magazine? Yeah. So it's dope to see that, and how they praise and talked about how you guys are like the go-to spot. That's why you guys pack out our fucking place every single time.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. And honestly, when we started this, I had mentioned about how people wanted it and stuff, but we really just wanted to have our vibes, you know.
Yeah.
In a party setting, you know. There's not a lot of places where you could dance like traditional bachata.
No.
You know what I mean about that, because there's like two different types of bachata. You know, you got the rolling one where they like, it's like ballroom. And shit.
I don't know the difference.
No,
Put me on game.
Oh man,
he was too faded when he was there. He didn't get to.
We'll cover that later.
Yeah. No, there's the basic. Yeah, it's two different types of bachatas out there, or whatever. But I'm saying this to say, like, there's not places here in LA that provide that traditional bachata or like salsa or merengue. Excuse me, or like típico. And so because of that, we're like, man, we just want a place where we could, you know, dance to our music, you know? And so we were doing that, and then then people started coming up to us and telling us how much it meant to them, this party meant to them, how important it was, how they said, we had a lot of people have said, like, that this is a piece of home that they never thought they would have here. And so when you hear those stories and those experiences from people, it just really, you know, hits home. And me and Maciel, we just felt like we just wanted to continue doing this, because we felt like it was our responsibility to keep providing this, you know.
Right.
It's like I feel like it's our duty now, to keep this going, you know.
Because you guys are representing the culture in the LA community, and so like people have come to depend on that and look to y'all to provide those vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And so, yeah, it would be a shame. It would be a shame if we don't continue this, and you know,
you guys are gonna be around for a long time.
I would like to hope so, man.
I mean, I look forward to seeing the expansion, though.
Yeah.
Where, you know, not jumping into it too quickly, but going about it the right way, which it seems like, you know, you and your cousin and everyone on your team are doing. You know, it would be nice to see that turned into its own place with its own spot where you could do everything in-house and control everything yourselves. And then it'd be a lot less stress on the front end. But as long as you continue to do it the right way with the right heart, then I don't see it getting, like you say, you don't want to oversaturate it. But if everyone knew where to go once or twice a week to get that experience every time, but it always hit the same way, then you're not oversaturating. You become a staple. And I'd like to see you guys become that. be that staple for that, where people know where to go to get that experience, that little piece of home, as you say, that people enjoy seeing and feeling. It's all about growing it the right way, and it sounds like you all are focused on doing that, because you're not. It's not a cash grab. I can hear the passion out of it, and the fact that people have followed it the way that they have, it is a testament to that. So I look forward to seeing the next level of it.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate those words. And nah, yeah, for sure. That's definitely the next phase of this, like you said, not stepping too, getting too ahead of ourselves, and letting it kind of just grow organically, and, to that next step or whatever.
Shit is growing, man.
Yeah.
Shit is fucking growing. Brandon tells me like about the lines and shit, because I'm back in the bar, and when I get a chance to talk to him, he's like, yeah, the line's like fucking wrapping around like playing Snake on your phone. It's just wrapped around and around and around.
It's a trip, man. Honestly, I never would have thought we would have been here so quick too, but man, people just show so much love. I'm so grateful, man. When throwing this party, I just wanted to, obviously, like I said, provide the vibes that my family does, but really, truly, I just wanted to sell food. I just wanted to, I'm an entrepreneur. I quit those restaurant industry jobs or whatever, those line cook jobs, and I bet on myself. So as a chef doing that, you gotta create opportunities for yourself, and any way possible. So I was like, okay, party, I'll sell food, and that's the goal, But it seems like people come for the party first. Food is definitely a vital piece to the puzzle, but they definitely enjoy the party more, you know what I mean? So now I'm just like, oh shit, I'm like kind of like a party promoter now.
Yeah,
that's kind of, you fell into that. That's crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah. Do you have other outlets for like your food, in addition to the parties?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I do my own shit.
Great question. I was trying to get into that. I'm glad you interjected it. We were trying to ask like, what are your other ventures, avenues besides?
To give you flowers and take over. Take these flowers.
You could have just let him answer the question.
Sorry, man. What else do you do besides? My bad, Rob. I'm sorry. I completely. I did.
He was like, that was a great question. Now let me ask.
I stole your joke and then said it louder. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
I made it a hot line. You made it a hot song, I guess. I don't know.
You did the verse. I did the hook that everybody knows. What else you got besides this?
Yeah, so definitely have other outlets. My sister's also a chef. She's just moved back from Brooklyn here to LA. She's very skilled, got her own style and shit. So super excited to link back up with her. We used to have a supper club that was focused on Dominican and Puerto Rican cooking, and we would provide 5-course meals on some like private dinner type shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and so but yeah, it'll be like elevated, like grown and sexy type vibe,
Candlelit and shit.
Right. We would churn my mom's house into a restaurant. Yeah.
Damn.
Which is crazy. So we have a big backyard. We'll set tables, nice like dinnerware, all that good stuff. It's held under a big ass avocado tree that's like lit up.
Oh wow.
And then back to like what I was saying about my family, super blessed with the big supportive family. All our family is working it. So we got like our nieces and nephews as servers. We got my tios as dishwashers.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like it's a whole nine. My dad's like a bartender. Like it's really fucking dope. So we host about 40 to 50 people a dinner, and yeah, it's just a coursed out meal at the end, unlimited sangria, and then we also have live entertainment. So We bringing that back for sure. You can follow us on Lola on Instagram. It's Lola Supper Club, LOLA Supper Club, and yeah, that's something that we're working on.
That sounds
Hella
fucking
dope.
fire, bro.
It's fire, man.
That
I'm
sounds
not
like
gonna
some
lie.
really dope
I
ass
don't
shit.
think enough people know about that.
I
And
know.
they need to.
The thing is that we created that like back in 2015, and we did that for about 4 years, and then my sister moved to New York, and me and my aunt, my godmother, who is also our chef partner in it, she does crazy desserts, super skilled pastry chef.
She's the one that does a pastel.
Yeah,
She does.
yeah, you had that, right?
I've had it before. That shit's good.
Ooh,
That shit's fire.
It's fire. It's so fire.
It's always gone by the time we're done. I'm like, fuck, man.
Shout out to her. She provides the desserts for Capicua. She's done flan, majarete, a lot of things. But anyways, since my sister moved back to New York, it was just us two, and we're just like, man, it's not the same, you know.
Right.
It's that's another hard event to execute. So we're just like, you know, we'll just take a break. Then pandemic hit, and so we took a big ass break.
Oof.
But now that she's back, my sister, we're bringing back Lola Supper Club in a real big way. We haven't done it in over 5 years, and I feel like, you know, it's gonna change the game in terms of like private dinner experiences here in LA.
So I saw in LA Weekly.
Real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Have your nieces and nephews still been working in the service industry since then?
They did. That's a great question.
Oh.
They did a little bit, but not anymore. They didn't last.
Gotta bring them back.
They didn't like it.
I know,
Gotta
right?
Bring them back.
No, for sure.
For the family, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's the plan.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're gonna want to.
5 years later, yeah, nah,
Yeah,
I
like-
always change minds.
That's
Yeah.
true. No, that's something too that we enjoy. It's like we want to keep it in family, so it's like we give those vibes, and then also we, you know, break bread with the whole family. Like,
Right.
everybody gets taken care of.
If you need a bartender, man, you know one.
Dog. No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
I am too, man. I need to make some money too. Shit.
I feel you. Hey.
It's a whole thing, though. That is a whole thing.
No, for
And
sure.
Especially when you have people like you have your family doing it, but when you have someone you know working your bar, you have your family, people you know working every other aspect, then you know that party is going to go off without a hitch, and therefore you're going to get more business from that because everyone's going to have such a good time.
Yeah. No, for sure. I agree with that, but I would say, you know, my dad would be bartending, and sometimes he's kind of slow with it, you know. Shout out to Pop. Right, exactly. It's on his time, but shout out to Pop. But
Ticket times are buying up.
yeah,
He's
exactly.
like, nah, the cocktails are coursed out as well.
No, he's like taking shots in the back and shit. I'm like, yo, like,
That's my kind of bartender.
yeah, exactly.
Gotta sample the product a little bit, baby.
Yeah.
Quality control.
But yeah, no, he does a great job or whatever. But we're looking to do multiple dinners, and so definitely I'll be hollering at y'all for sure.
So in LA Weekly, they also said that you do personal catering for a couple of high-profile people.
Yeah.
How's that like? Did you find them? Did they find you? You can say their names if you want or not if you don't want to, but how did you come about that? How did you do that?
Yeah, so man, I've been blessed honestly to cook for a couple of celebrities, little high profile people, if you like to say that. Cardi B, Offset, Anthony Davis, Tokisha, Bia, and the mayor of LA, Karen Bass.
Oh,
Yeah, so but my first ever celebrity client was Cardi, and I got lucky with that, honestly.
How did that happen?
I feel like because I'm Dominican and she's Dominican is kind of where I slid in and stuff. But shout out to Bearline. Bearline's an A&R. She was an A&R at Interscope. She has her own like label. She's like a big person in the music industry. I had cooked for her one time. I remember actually I was like just DMing her like crazy. I knew that she was Dominican and I knew that she was in the industry. So I would just hit her up. I'm like, yo, I got the fire Dominican food. Try out my food. I swear you won't regret it. Blah, blah, blah. After like, I would just, and every time I would send it, I would just see the old messages, the thread.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so it was just like,
It was, like a lot. It was really one-sided, huh?
it was one.
To yourself in the inbox.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Please, baby, please, just check out my food, baby, please.
Hey,
I would
Yeah,
treat you so much better.
Yo, it was like that, bro. So after like a year and a half of like messages, it was probably like 10 DMs. I sent it again. I'm like, it doesn't hurt, just a try. Yeah. And she replied, and she was like, I'm about to fly out to Atlanta tonight. Can you bring it in like a couple hours? I'm like, bet. So I fixed her up a plate. She shouted me on her Instagram. She loved it a lot. And so after that, I had cooked for her a couple times. And then, she was kind of like a frequent customer. And then her being in the industry, she knew Cardi. And so I remember this day, man.
Oh, that look on his face. I love it. I love it.
Strap in, everybody.
Yeah, I remember this day, man. It was February 16th, 2021.
Do you remember the time?
Yeah. No. It was like 4 or 5-ish. I remember because it was my parents' anniversary, and I was cooking them up like a dinner. So dinner was set to be at 7, and I was preparing that shit. And to my knowledge, I didn't know, but Cardi put on her Instagram looking for a chef in LA.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so Bearline, the A&R, her knowing Cardi, reached out to her and was like, I know of a guy. This is his contact, blah, blah, blah. So then she hits me up around that time. I said like 5 o'clock, and she's like, yo, I just talked to Cardi. Cardi's going to hit you up like in 5 minutes. Answer the phone.
Oh, shit. She called you.
Yo, sorry, mom and dad. Anniversary's canceled.
I'll see y'all next year.
Yo, y'all got this. Y'all good.
No, real shit. I burned the garlic bread. I left what I was doing, bro. I had to step out. I started like breathing hard. I'm like, wait, what? Like,
Oh, shit.
because imagine it's just random. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a random ass. Yo, this person's gonna call you. Answer the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. So, yeah, 5 minutes go by. I see a New York number. I answer the phone. It wasn't Cardi. It was her assistant, and was just like, hey, I'm Cardi's assistant. Cardi would like some food. What can you do for us? And then I end up cooking for her the next day. And then after that, I had cooked for her for like 7 weeks straight, like 4 or 5 days a week.
Damn.
And then and then after that, I was just really locked in with her, and with her traveling and stuff, it wasn't as consistent. But she's been a returning customer for now almost 4 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's what's
crazy.
up.
That's crazy.
The crazy part about it, like, I'm not even trying to like take this to like a sad like place or anything, but like before that, like a month before that, even like, or it was kind of during the Bearline text or whatever, or interaction, man, I was depressed because I was in the restaurant industry and it was the pandemic. I lost my job, and I was just like, man, what the fuck is going on in the world? Like, you guys remember that feeling? Like,
Yes.
the shit was a trip, and I was just second guessing my passion, my career choice, and I just thought that I made a horrible decision to become a chef. Shit was in doubt, basically. And so I pray to God, bro. Like I was almost gonna cry, but I was like, I pray to God. I was like, man, God, show me a sign. Like, show me a sign that I'm on the right path. Something. And a month later, Cardi hits me up, and that was kind of like that validation and that sign to be like, yo, keep doing what you're doing.
Path. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's why, you know, I appreciate Cardi so much and Barreline so much, because obviously, like, that's such a good look or whatever, but they really, like, changed my outlook on my life, like, at that time. So
I love that. I love every bit of that story. So for those out there that are doubting yourselves, don't stop.
Cardi may call you tomorrow.
You're one call from Cardi away, baby.
You're one call from Cardi.
No, seriously. No. I was there. I really thought it was over. I thought I wanted to give up, but as cliche as it sounds, like, just never give up. I think that's really the motto, you know? Just if you really just keep going, no matter the progress, whether it's little or big or small.
Can you grab me another one?
You keep going forward.
Right.
That's the formula.
Yeah.
You're bound to win, you know?
I mean, basically, the people that do win just have that persistence, and they just stick it out when everyone else kind of like falls off.
Yep.
I mean, I've had experience in like the acting business and entertainment as well, and like so much of it is that it's just like, yeah, this person, the group of people that you got here to LA with 10 years ago, maybe 3% of them are still in LA, still trying to make it, but you just being here and having like kind of like sifted up through the ranks is when you get that opportunity to kind of like, all right, hopefully you have the talent to take it to the next level, but just sticking it out and being there when the opportunity calls is what you need. Because that's the thing, is like, if you were a trash cook or trash chef, like, you got that call, you wouldn't know what to do with it. Like, but like the thing is, like, you had the talent and you had the experience to know, all right, cool, this is what they need, this is what I need to perform, and then the next day you cooked up the food and you delivered, and that's how you created that on client. Because the food they could not have fucked with the food, and then that would have been like just a wasted opportunity. But it's always about also being like the persistence and sticking it out, but also being prepared when that opportunity comes to you, so you can knock it out the park and take your opportunity and take it to the next level when it's presented to you. And it sounds like that's exactly what you did.
Yep, exactly. You hit it on the nail. Stay ready so you don't have to be ready. Right?
Yep.
That's literally, I was waiting for you to finish. I say that shit all the fucking time.
Says it all the time.
Three of us were waiting for you to
Yeah,
finish.
He said the
I
thing.
say that shit all the time.
Energies is
Stay
on
ready,
point
you don't
right
gotta
now.
get ready.
100%.
Stay ready.
Stay ready.
Yeah.
So-
That's what prep work is, especially
Yep.
within service. Prep work. People think it's weird when they find out that you're cooking at your mom's house, but your prep work for what you're doing is 10 days in advance.
Yes.
So just like a bartender, server, or anything, we have to go into our jobs and set up everything an hour. Some places 2 hours in advance. Some places have people who come in who just do prep. That's all they do is prep. How do you think any of this food is going to be ready, or these drinks are going to be ready when you need it that fast? So you got to prepare. And some people don't like preparing, but if you're not helping to prepare, and then say someone calls out that day and you don't know how to prepare something, you're ass out anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't know the recipe, that's a wrap.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, good on you for always being ready, even during your parents' anniversary. You're like, I'm still ready.
Dropped
Stay
everything,
ready to make it
man.
happen.
No, you're
Throw
so,
the shit in the microwave. Just warm it up. It'll be fine.
right.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, sorry. And best believe they understood. They were like, when I gave them the news, they're like, oh my God, like, okay, it's okay. my sister fucking held it down, and she cooked the rest of the dinner. Like, I was trying to process things. And
That's a lot to process, man. I just want to point out too, it's not. Hold on, are you a Michelin star chef?
no.
Okay, it's not a Michelin star chef that got the call. It's this man right here, who still phenomenal, but didn't spend all those years didn't spend 10 plus years being berated and claw and climb his way up, or have to work in these restaurants and kitchens that he hated under a chef he hated who was a fucking asshole. This man right here who went and did his own thing that got the call because he was ready, and his shit's fucking fire. Right. So again, for those of you that feel like, man, I don't know if I can do this, you can do it. don't feel like you need to go. I feel like working in the kitchen is the equivalent of those that like, I have to go to school to be something in life.
Yep.
I feel like that's the equivalent as far as like the service industry goes, especially for chefs. It's like, I have to be, in order to be a head chef or something that's notable, or be like a Gordon Ramsay or whatever, be a private chef, I have to do all of these things. No, as long as your shit's fucking fire, fuck all else. Fuck that shit.
No, it's
I mean, still do it, but like, you know, your path.
No, it's so true. When going through,
Cardi B called him, not nobody else, not the guy at the 2, 3, 4, 5 star. I know it's 3, but
If I could
him.
But then also as well, like, let us not forget the, what is it, year that you sent 10 unanswered DMs to the lady that ended up being in the right place to connect you to Cardi. Because most people are not ready to humble themselves to send 10 unanswered DMs to somebody to put themselves in that position. It's so many things that you did there to kind of put yourself in that position to be ready to take that opportunity that I think people could overlook there. Because like, I don't know if I would have kept on hitting that DM, you know what I mean? But you knew that this is like a golden opportunity, that connection, Dominican, and you had the food and you had the talent to provide that experience for them, and you're just like, no, I know I'm the one that you need. You just kept on hitting them, and like that, I think, is something that is golden that a lot of people are not ready to do, and you did that, and it just set you up in so many different ways for that opportunity to get that call from Cardi.
Yeah. Nah, thank you, man.
You gotta stay in those DMs, man.
Just stay in them
has
DMs.
nowhere else to go. Stay in those DMs. Eventually, she's gonna see your message.
No, on the real. And bro, Instagram's a trip, man. Like, you have access to fucking
Everybody.
celebrities,
Everybody.
You know what I mean? And the way you could get it, you could be clever. The way you get people's attention, you know. Sometimes I'll be, and it's worked before. Like, I'll just be in the comments and say, check DM. I'll send like 5 or 6 of those, you know, and they actually check it and they'll reply. So like,
I didn't know that worked, but
it be working. So it's just like, use Instagram as a tool. We're in a special time right now. Like, you know, technology is crazy, and the way we could connect with people is fucking incredible. And so you got to use Instagram as a tool, especially as a business owner. You know,
as an entrepreneur, you got to do that.
You have to do it. Everybody's business is on Instagram, and if you're not using that, like, you're playing yourself, you know?
Yeah.
All right, Khaled.
God,
You just played yourself.
You got to ding that, man. Just be like, another one.
he doubled down on it. I have to use the bathroom, so you gentlemen can take the lead on the next one, because
just left.
I'm hogging the mic.
You could have just left.
No, I have to announce that I'm making a quick exit. So I've been hogging the mic and questions enough. You guys,
Are you peeing yet?
Am I what?
Are you peeing yet?
No, I'm gonna go.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I see what you. I could take the microphone if you. No, I'm just kidding.
Pee now. I'll be back. Don't worry.
Oh shit.
No, I wanted to answer your question. I think your mic went off. I thought that was funny though.
Oh, the peanut butter thing.
Taking it back an hour. Yeah. So basically, what I noticed a lot of times with chefs is that they spend so much time cooking food for other people that they're just exhausted of cooking, that when they get off of work, a lot of my friends that are chefs, they just go home and eat a peanut butter and jelly. They go to McDonald's. But like, I never really hear a lot of my chef friends going home and cooking for themselves or enjoying a really nice meal. And it doesn't sound like that's you, but I was just going to ask you to speak to that for yourself.
No, that's me.
Oh, for real?
That's me for sure.
What do you think that is?
I mean, your chef friends are too busy with the coke and the meth.
I said that was more so a head chef thing.
Well, they gotta learn.
But I mean, the truth, yeah. They gotta buy it from somebody.
Like,
so
all of my cokehead chefs, they just go home with McDonald's.
Yeah, they just go.
What do you do? You're like, well, go home and cook.
Yeah. Touche. Good for full circle.
No, but yeah, no, that's me, man. Honestly, that's me for sure. I think one thing is that you're fucking cooking all day. Like, why, when you're off work, why you want to work again? You know?
Because do you feel? Sorry, you finish what you're saying. My bad.
I think I know what you're gonna ask, but yeah, like, just don't want you want something to become easy, like, working a shift in a chef shift or whatever, a cook shift is hard, it's demanding, so you're tired, you want fast food, you usually go for the fast food or whatever. Another thing too is like a lot of people ask me, they're like, or people that work with me when I'm preparing the food and stuff, they usually find out, like, we're like, oh, you haven't eaten or whatever, and then like, why? Like, go ahead, eat a bowl of rice or eat a empanada or whatever. I just can't. Smelling that food and you're cooking it all day, like, that shit makes me nauseous.
Really?
Yeah, like, I want something totally different.
Interesting.
So I'm trying to tie that to what you were saying about.
No, that's interesting.
About a chef having McDonald's, or because you would think like a chef would just have food where they're
home,
at.
Like, yeah, because that's what you do. You cook. Yeah.
Yeah, or like where they're at, like take food home or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But nah, man, that shit just be making me feel sick and
because it just feels like work. It's like a porn star going home to fuck. Like you just like
tired.
You're tired of shit.
Yo, it's just like fucking is work at this point, and like it doesn't even feel. Do you feel like you lose your passion for it at that point? Like, that's fucking crazy. Damn.
I've been fucking all day.
Yeah, fucking all day. Now you want me to fuck you too? You're not even paying me, bitch. Like the fuck?
You know how many people I fucked to take a number, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a wild comparison.
But it's true though. Like, you've been cooking all day. Now you want me to cook for you for free? The fuck? Yeah.
Or they'll be like, my family will be like, okay, we're doing 4th of July or we're doing a pool party. You're gonna cook, right?
Oh my God.
I'm like, dog.
There's nothing like being volunteered to do something for free that you normally get paid for.
Yeah.
What that is.
That's tough.
That's like and for us as bartenders, that's when the family cookout happens. Like, oh, you're gonna make us drinks, right? And all they got is vodka, rum, whiskey, and Coca-Cola, cranberry. It's like, what do you want me to make?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pour, which you can do for yourself, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, and also I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid or nothing like that. I'm like, no, I want to enjoy Isn't that so fucking funny? Because we do this. People are like, yeah, you're willing to do this, right?
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm not. I'm not working.
Watch The Dark Knight.
They haven't watched The Dark Knight.
Yeah, because if you're good at something, you
Never do it for free.
Never
right.
do it for free.
Bars.
So why would I be doing this for free?
Right.
I just got paid however many dollars to do it for this amount yesterday, and you want me to do it on my day off for a bunch of people that I actually can curse out because I'm not making shit.
Pour a little bit more than nephew. No, motherfucker, you pour it yourself.
Make it a double. It's free. What do you mean? It's fucking free. What do you mean make it a double? What? You're drunk. Go sit down.
That's
You know
funny.
what's also funny too is how you say that like chefs or you personally you don't like to eat the same food you're making. I don't think that goes the same for bartenders though. Never have I felt like, man, I've been making this cocktail all day. I don't want to drink anything. I don't want to drink this. Like, no, I want to enjoy the cocktail that I made too.
Yeah.
Do you guys share that sentiment in any way?
I honestly don't know. I haven't really thought about it before.
Because if you're making X amount of specialty cocktails or whatever, and you may be taste testing them, but at the end of it, you're like, man, I just want to have a drink. Obviously, we have like our shot or whatever, but if given the chance to like make it at home or something, it's like, yeah, I'll make a last word at home. Yeah, I've been making 20 of them. I would like to make a last word for myself.
Yeah. No, there's definitely drinks that most of them, especially if like they're drinks that I come in, like I'll pick a drink for the week off of like IG or whatever. It's like, yo, I'm experimenting with this for the week. And so at that point, then yeah, I want to like fool around with it and drink it. But I mean, most of the drinks I get asked to make are like porn stars or strawberry lemon drops and all that type of shit, or just sweet ass drinks. And so I'm not necessarily trying to have those because I know what the fuck they taste like. I'm good on it. But yeah, usually if it's like more like specialty drinks that I'm trying to work on or whatnot, like I love having those after I get off work, and no matter how many of those I make, I am still down to have like another one. It sounds like you just don't even like the smell of like some of the food.
Yeah,
know?
nah. can't do it. I can't do it. Especially hours being around it. Like, just want a totally different cuisine, you know?
So what is your favorite cuisine outside of mostly do?
Man, that's a good question. I'll say Italian. I'm into Italian right now.
I love
I am as
Italian
well.
food.
Yo, I had some bomb. Have you guys been to Donna's on Sunset?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Bro, what is that red pasta? Do you know the joint I'm talking about?
Nah,
It's like
I
a
never had
pink red pasta. It's like a spiral noodles. I don't really know exactly how to describe it. It starts with an F.
I haven't had that one.
Okay, that shit, I've been dreaming about it since Saturday night, bro. It's so fucking bomb. And yeah, Italian food is like my favorite cuisine, but I try to limit myself to only have it a few times a year because I get so engulfed in it, and it's
No,
so
seriously.
good. Yeah.
I love Italian cooking because just the principles like they stand on, you know, like it's
So
simple.
they stand on business.
They stand on business,
Okay,
man. They stand on business.
Fuck it.
Okay.
No, but they're all about simple. It's simple cooking, you know. They let the ingredients speak. They don't overcomplicate shit. I feel like a lot of foods out here, or like even chefs, like they try to be sexy or whatever with like fusion shit and 50 ingredients in just one dish, and it don't make sense. With the Italians, it's just like, nah, we just need basil, tomato, good olive oil, and some fucking pasta. You know what I mean?
And we're gonna make it work.
And we're gonna make it work, you know? And that's really why I enjoy their cooking, and I also learn from their cuisine that you can't cook without quality ingredients. Like, that's important, you know? Like, or I mean, as much as I can, I try to get organic shit. I try to hand pick shit. Like right now, I'm getting into gardening with my sister and stuff.
Oh shit.
And so like, that's where it's at. That's where the good, the good flavors are at. You know, like all this GMO shit and all these pesticides. Like, I don't rock with it. So,
What's your favorite Italian dish?
I would have to go with a good rigatoni, man, and some vodka sauce.
Okay.
I
love
love.
lasagna.
Oh, lasagna's
Lasagna
fire.
is my shit.
Eggplant parm. Eggplant parm.
Eggplant parm. I hate eggplant, but I do love parm.
Love me some lasagna.
What about you guys? What's your favorite cuisines?
I can't say that I really have one because I kind of get burned out on different things. Like I'll have it for a while and then immediately I'm telling myself I got to try something different.
Yeah.
So that's my main thing.
Or
Always trying something different.
Or what I would say, what is like your fucking spot right now that's undeniable? You're like, yo, this shit always hits.
Home, because I'm broke.
At Top Ramen, baby.
No, but my ramen that I make at home,
Ooh.
my shit is fire.
Spice it up.
No, I actually got a photo of something I took
Oh
before.
my
Hold on, let me show you.
Shit.
I'm gonna get your professional opinion on it.
I actually
Okay.
like ramen
'Cause I don't-
from the restaurants that serve ramen. Like Silver Lake Ramen is a regular spot for me. I think Yardbird, when I want like some southern cuisine, I think it's like overpriced. It's like they charge you $42 for chicken and waffles.
Yeah, wild. That's
Yeah, that
wild.
still blows my mind when you tell me about that.
It's really fucked up, but it's also really good. That's just also fire. That's just also fire. I
That's
convince
funny.
myself to go through it every once in a while, probably once a year.
Check this shit out.
Yeah. And this is your $2 ramen?
That's my $2 ramen.
Damn, dog.
Oh, stamp of approval from a chef.
That looks good. A pro move. He got the hard-boiled egg with the yolk runny.
Oh wow! Oh, you doing like ramen?
Oh, I do
Yeah,
ramen.
exactly.
Yeah.
I do ramen.
He
So
got
the
the nori in there.
Yeah.
So you don't use like the powder at all, huh?
I'll use the powder. It's the ingredients and all the other toppings and shit.
Oh,
That looks good. I'm not gonna lie.
that looks really good. The problem for me is I can smell like the MSG as soon as I open that powder, and it makes me nauseous. It just takes me back to really, really, really bad times, and like that MSG just makes me a little nauseous. But if you soup it up like that, I might have to fuck with it.
I don't play about my ramen.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
The only thing I was missing was the Naruto, but that's it.
Naruto, like the
Naruto maki. It's the fish cake.
Okay, I was trying
I
to do the
see.
little run.
Oh, the spiral.
Yeah.
I see.
I don't have the arm.
You're
width
gonna
to
do
do
Yeah,
it.
You're gonna Naruto run.
Yeah.
You guys be cooking though?
Yeah.
know.
They do.
Yeah, he occupies the kitchen most
My
of the time.
guy, I like
Yeah, I
that.
smoke a lot. So
I feel you.
I'm always in the kitchen.
That's
man.
what's up.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Especially after work, you know. So I feel what you're saying, but it's also because I'm not cooking at work all day.
Yeah.
I come home and I don't want to make cocktails, but I want to make food. You know, so I come home and I just start cooking a bunch of shit. It'd be 3 a.m, and I'm cooking a meal that I should have ate 12 hours ago. Like, that's my problem.
He's made
His
some,
food slaps. I'm
he
not gonna
made some
lie.
pretty bomb
Ooh.
ass shit. One of my favorite meals that he's made is the fucking Fruity Pebble chicken.
Oh yeah.
What? Like deep fried?
No, you air fry it.
Air fried.
Oh shit!
but
Shout out to
you-
the air fryer.
Yeah, you use the Fruity Pebble as the breading, but you just have to do it a certain way so that like the consistency is good. But yeah,
That sounds fire.
It's so fucking
It's
good.
very
'cause
good.
it-
Sounds
he also
good.
has some spice to it too, so it's got the sweet and it's got the kick too. And it's so funny. I saw something on Twitter. I don't know if I saved it or not, but somebody made it, but it literally just looks like they coated it with crushed Fruity Pebbles.
Oh shit.
And I was like, damn, this ain't got shit on Nando's.
you gotta do better than that. Come on now, you gotta do it a little bit
me
better.
see if I
than
can
that.
find
Next
it.
time I do it, I want to do like parchment paper and everything, so I can get even more consistency on it. But it's been a while since I made it.
I feel you. No.
But it's fire, though.
Made it, yeah. My favorite is to do it with actual wings though,
Ooh.
not with like
Nuggets.
chopped pieces, nuggets, or anything. Like do it with actual wings.
Yeah.
There's something about that flavor on an actual wing. I don't know, man.
I think it's that the bone in, man. That's a lot of
Yes.
flavor, and then the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changes it.
It
It
does.
really changes it. You know,
It
I know
does.
a lot of people these days don't like bone in on like
Fuck 'em.
chicken or steak, but you know, I grew up.
Did you
poor.
say fuck them?
I said fuck them, bro.
Goddamn.
Like the nuggets, like don't get me wrong, I just left Chick-fil-A. Sorry, but like I just had some tenders and nuggets from there. But like if I go to a restaurant, I sit down, I want my shit bone in. If I get tenders or like nuggets at a restaurant, I feel like I'm off the kids menu low key.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Right.
If it's something that I know tastes better with the bone in it, like a T-bone steak or something like
Yeah.
that,
Yep.
and I get it without the bone, I feel like I'm eating a kid's meal.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm supposed to eat like an adult.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's worse to me than eating chicken nuggets and fries and a drink, but you paid for it. That's some snacky shit at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I can
Yeah.
throw that oven, air fryer, whatever. I can make that at home, but
Right.
to pay $20 for some tenders and fries, it's unless it's something like a Cane's or something like that.
Yeah, of
where
course,
it's just
of
something
course.
about their flavor profile I can't match quite at home.
Yeah.
or I don't have the time. That's
I got some homies like that. Hey, I won't say their names right now.
Or they go out to restaurants and
Hey,
look for the tenders.
They go to tenders and
Oh,
fries.
you
We are
should
like
not-
a
you should
steakhouse.
Stop
Grow
dining
up.
with them.
Yeah,
Stop going out with them, bro. All due respect, but like,
Dog, we had a nice ass steakhouse. They got the options is crazy. Like, yo, do you got tenders and fries? Oh, man. I'll be like, who is this guy?
I hear it's mostly a safety thing, though.
of course,
Yeah.
Mentally, just I want to get the safe option.
That's
But
true.
Why would you want to go through life eating the same thing all the time?
I can speak to it because I was that person for a while, and in my head, it's like the potential joy that I would get from trying something new and enjoying it does not outweigh the potential bad of trying something new and it being horrible. And now I either got to eat it or I got to send it back, or I still got to pay for it. Like all of that is just. It just really, I hate it. I hate all of those ideas of the potential of getting something and not enjoying it. And so that potential bad outweighs the potential good of getting something good and it just being great. And so that was my thought process for a long time. And so I was just like, be a fucking adult and grow the fuck up. But like that was kind of what held me back from like trying new things. Even today, like I go to, let's say, Cheesecake Factory. I've been ordering probably the same thing at Cheesecake Factory for over 10 years. I really enjoy it. It's really good. It's called the Chicken Bellagio. look it up. But like it's solid and it's good, and I don't feel like looking through the Bible menu of Cheesecake Factory. But I'm not gonna, if someone suggests something, I'm not gonna deny it at this point. But there was definitely a point where I was just like, I wasn't getting tenders. I wasn't like, no disrespect to the homies, but I wasn't like the tenders guy at like the restaurant. But I definitely was sticking to a very limited flavor profile for a while.
Which I do. I understand the comfort in it.
Yeah.
What I'm speaking on is, I didn't just start going through and picking stuff on a menu. It was, okay, let me branch out a little bit. Let me branch out of my comfort zone a little bit and try something a little different, but similar. When you look at a menu and when you really take the time to look at it, a lot of times you will see how a menu is constructed to where it starts from here and ends over here, but there should be a gradual point within the middle. Well, you as the consumer should want to try something new, in my opinion. If you're having, because what scares me the most is going to get that thing that I get every time, and then losing that like love for it. It doesn't taste as good anymore because I've had it
so many times.
To this day, it's hard for me to eat salmon because there were a couple years where I was just eating salmon a lot, like all the time, and so now it's really hard for me to eat it because I just don't like it anymore. And now that's started to happen with shrimp. Where I don't even like the taste of shrimp anymore the way I used to, because there was a point where I had it too often, and now I'm just like, nah. And so I have to completely step away from something for a while to get that taste back. And I hate that when it comes to food, because I want to have that as a go-to. Chicken tenders, I'm not shitting on it. It should be a go-to if there's nothing on the menu that catches your eye. But there should always be that sense of experimentation, or just like, let me just try something a little different because I'm in a different place.
Right.
I love this. You see how we're talking about food and like the emotions it invokes in us.
Thought process behind every decision.
No, we breaking it down to a T, man. This is my type of shit right here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's why I told you would like being on.
Right. The passion. No, for real. That was some real ass shit, because that's how I be looking at it too. Like, you know, you don't want to, when you taste food, like sometimes it brings back memories, you know, to
of course.
To like, man, oh my God, this tastes like home, or this tastes like my mom's cooking, you know. And when it gives you that feeling, like, man, that's powerful. You know what I mean? And
it gives you emotions.
Emotions, man. And that shit is real. And that's why food brings everybody together. That's why it's always been communal like that, you know? And I feel like it's something that we need to value more, man. When I see people not wanting to pay, like, even just regular fucking chefs, or like people want to not pay the price I'll put up for like a plate, or they'll complain. It's like, yo, this is made with tender love and care, you know?
Yeah.
And this is homemade recipes. This is like passed down recipes. Like, y'all rather go for that cheap shit, the fast food shit that these corporations is making, and like that's where sometimes I get frustrated about, like, it's just like, man, like, we got to put more value in food, you know?
Well, we also have to not just promote value, we have to see the value as people. So you go to Burger King, you don't try to negotiate the price at Burger King.
Yeah.
You don't
probably should.
If the king of burgers was standing behind there, you're not gonna be like, "Hey man,
Yo, he's a scary ass looking dude. I ain't talking shit to him."
Like that last time. Like,
Yeah.
No, you're gonna say, "Well, the price is the price." It's something about being able to talk to the creator of something, because we see the same thing while making cocktails. I'm sure servers can see the same thing, but you, especially as the chef, like you just mentioned, someone looked at the price that you said, this is a fair price for what I am given, and they try to tell you, nah, I don't agree.
Yeah.
Like, you need to knock some of that off just because of me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't even know you.
Yeah.
I should be supported by you because you're here. I'm providing food in a place that you want food. I'm giving good food, good recipes, stuff you can't get somewhere else.
And quality ingredients.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And quality ingredients.
You want me to drop the price? It is such a disrespectful thing.
No, seriously.
The only thing getting knocked off is you out of your shoes, man.
Yeah.
Some dumbass shit like that.
No,
The fuck?
seriously. And even to your point though, too, like food is getting more expensive.
Yes.
Y'all see it? Like this shit is no joke. A fucking In-N-Out burger used to be fucking $4, $3. It's not.
What is it right now?
This shit like for like a meal you could have got it for like $4.80, $5. You know, I grew up in LA, so I know. But now it's like $8, $9. Like,
God,
you know, it's double, and it's just like,
Wow.
It's double, yet somehow you get less.
Right.
But I guarantee you used to get more food when it was $5
Most-
after tax than you do when it's $9 to $10 after tax.
yeah,
You
no,
know what?
most
That's a lot
definitely.
cheaper than Five Guys, though.
I know Five Guys is crazy.
Five Guys
Guys
is
is
your whole
crazy.
paycheck.
Yeah.
I heard Five Guys is fire. I never. Don't hate me. I never had Five Guys.
Do you feel like that's your loyalty to LA?
Oh, the In-N-Out, low key, yeah.
See, damn.
A little bit.
Where's Five Guys from?
Five.
Is it Chicago?
Shit, I fucking hope not, man.
It's definitely either Midwest or New York, but like there's beef between Five Guys and In-N-Out. And Five Guys, it's a bigger burger. It's a grease, like your bag is stained with grease as you leave.
Is VA Virginia?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Arlington County, Virginia.
Oh, I know that. Okay, cool. Virginia, Five Guys. I didn't know that, but yeah, like it's a much bigger burger. It's a greasier burger. I feel like the In-N-Out burger is a little bit healthier, but the animal style is what kills the market. It doesn't appeal to me. I'm not into the onions or any of that
That's
stuff.
fire.
Yeah.
But-
I like onions, but I'm not a fan of In-N-Out.
No?
But not to the point where I'm like,
So, we about to start
I know.
Leave right now.
Right now.
About to walk out. Let me explain, though.
I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
But no, the reason why I say that about In-N-Out is because I didn't grow up with In-N-Out, nor did I have original In-N-Out first. I had it by the time it got to Phoenix. So it was already watered down and it was trash by then, as far as when you get that far away from the source. I haven't had it out here yet. I'm willing to try it because it's not like I'm like, oh, no, I'm not eating that. That's garbage. It's just I haven't had a good experience at In-N-Out to where I'm like, this is worth the line. This is worth the price.
Yeah.
This is worth all of it. To me, it feels like the way that people treat Sonic now. Where you don't really go to Sonic because it's just like, That's how I feel about Sonic. Sonic is kind of
A lot of people go to In-N-Out.
I know it's popular as
I know.
fuck. I know it's
I
popular
like
as
it.
fuck.
I know I'm in the minority there, but I also haven't had it here, and I admit that. If I had it here, maybe it would be a little different. If I grew up on it, it'd be a little different.
I definitely agree with you. It's like something that I grew up on that was always good. Also, though, too, is like you can't overdo it.
No,
you
you
know,
can't.
Yes.
I can't have In-N-Out once a week. Like
No.
I do it kind of like once a month type shit.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not. I'm not gonna lie, it's not
What's your
that
order?
great.
Right.
You know.
Look, you sound like you have a go-to order.
Oh, I definitely do, big
What's your
dog.
go-to order?
I do a double.
I knew you were gonna say double. I knew it.
You
I
got
knew
to.
it.
I do a double. For some reason, I don't fuck with their tomatoes. I know that's weird, but I do extra lettuce, grilled onions, whole grilled onion. I know that's kind of wild.
You mean whole grilled
A
onion?
whole grilled onion and then the chopped grilled onions.
Additionally.
Additionally, yeah,
Okay.
and then chopped chilies.
Oh,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a whole secret menu.
There is. I mean, you
Yeah.
gotta like, hey man, you know.
If you grow up, you know.
Yeah. You
Because
gotta-
I thought that was the part of the appeal with In-N-Out. I know we're so like specific to LA right now, but
Also, shout out to Malcolm because
Yeah.
Malcolm worked at
Malcolm
In-N-Out.
worked In-N-Out.
Oh,
Back
really?
in summers, whenever he would come back
Okay.
home, because he's from out here.
Okay.
But he went to the University of Wisconsin.
Oh, dope.
oh,
The
bet.
second black drum major for the University of Wisconsin.
Damn.
The first black, or I think just the
I
first
think he's-
drum major.
no, he's the first.
Period.
First.
Like, not just black, but like period, to lead his band out in his hometown. as far as for
Here in
college.
LA, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
During the Rose
crazy.
Bowl.
because they came here for the Rose Bowl 2013.
Oh shit.
But yeah, he had this whole thing where he was telling us about In-N-Out, and I had to deal with the same thing with him. I'm like, it's not like I'm shitting on In-N-Out, it's just I haven't had the good experience yet. But when I
Yeah.
hear it this way, I'm like, all right, man. Like,
No,
Yeah.
you grew up in LA, like
out,
you.
man.
It's a staple.
Yeah.
As a person that was a transplant here, I think the appeal is the simplicity of the menu. It's very kind of like 1950s. Like you just have you have your shake, you have your burger, you got your fries, and there's like variations on that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. But they stand so much by the quality of their
Yes.
product that
Quality.
they don't need much else behind it.
Okay.
And then clearly, like off menu, you have the animal style. You telling me about some chilies? I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
you
like I
get.
gotta go check this place out now.
I think
Yeah.
you need to go with Vic.
Yeah. No, you could definitely get the chopped chilies. I'm not gonna lie, their fries is ass.
That's
And
what.
see, that's
Yes,
the thing, I
they're
checked the place
so
out.
That's why-
ass.
That's why I asked for extra spread. Like, just
Yeah,
give me
yeah.
like 5 packets of spread,
And
so I
just
can
be like pouring it on there.
just
Yeah,
dip it in.
they are shitty
Yeah.
I
fries.
just
They-
don't get the fries.
They're weak,
Give me
but
the burger.
right. But I do the animal style. The animal style
Yeah,
fries.
and that's not for me. I don't really fuck.
But you
I
know what?
feel you.
That's fair to say because that's like with White Castle too in Chicago. Like,
Yeah.
All I hear about White Castle is that you're going to have diarrhea.
you only.
That's
you
literally
only-
that's the only
That's
feedback
not
I
true.
hear about it.
That is like a myth because it's not true. I've never had it. Some of my friends, you tell me might hurt a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with the.
Wait,
there's
what's
nothing
your
wrong
order
with the
at White
burgers.
Castle, man?
You said what?
What's your order at White Castle?
Yeah, what's your order?
I wouldn't say I have an order because the times that I've hold on, let me
Okay,
explain.
all right.
The times that I've gone to White Castle, it's always at 2:30 in the morning, drunk as shit. So we get the crave case, which is
Oh, so it's like you're just sharing it with your homies.
it's a box of 30 sliders.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It comes in a briefcase size, but I'm not
How much-
shitting
how
you.
much does this cost?
That shit was fire.
That is wild. That sounds fire.
Without cheese, it's 26. With cheese, it's 29.
For how many sliders again?
30.
That's not meat. There's no way they're selling
It
you
is meat. It's just
that
that shit
thin.
$1.
It's thin. It's
Let
thinly
me
cut
tell you something
square
about
patties.
2:30 in the morning.
No, you don't
You
give a
don't care
fuck.
what kind of meat you
No, no,
get.
no.
You
I
just
get
want
it,
some meat.
dog. I frequent the Jack in the Box at 2:30 in the morning. Like I get it. Don't get me wrong. Wait, yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. Actually, back up. That was a lot. Like you don't care about what meat you getting at 2:30 in the morning? Is that what you said?
I'm glad you
Pause,
probably
pause.
Yeah, sorry. It took me a minute, but I'm gonna come back around to it. The fuck? All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little discriminate with my 2:30 meat, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, sir.
I need meat facts for this. I need to know where this meat come from.
Oh my god. You're like, is it a waiting? Where is this meat coming? Oh shit. Yeah, I mean,
I can imagine you sitting in the drive-through at fucking 2:35 in the morning. How did your meat identify? I need to know what kind of meat I'm getting.
like, what are we talking about? Was it pork? Was it beef? Like, what? Like, tell me.
Did it start off at chicken and then go to pork because it was white and went to pink? Like, what's going on?
What happened in this White Castle of yours? Like, I'm very concerned at this point. Like, what is going on? But yeah, I get it. 2:30 in the morning, you just want 30 fucking sliders, and however it comes, it comes.
and it's fucking great. It's the best.
I can attest to that. I have had White Castle in Chicago, drunk as fuck. That was the only time I've had it where I was like, okay, I get it.
Word.
I get it. I have not had In-N-Out fucked up. But to me, again, it's the fries.
Yeah, I would say our version of White Castle, like drunk shit, 2:30, Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Crack.
Yeah, I know y'all fuck with Jack in the Box.
But my thing, this is my problem. It's not a problem, but any one like fast food place that sells that much random shit, it needs to be audited. Like there's tacos, there's breakfast burritos, there's breakfast sandwiches, there's chicken sandwiches, there's burgers, there's tenders, there's onion rings.
Do you remember why Jack in the Box like started off like that?
I don't know.
And I'm not like giving some history lesson
no.
here. I remember when I first moved to the West Coast and heard of Jack in the Box, and I was like, they had a little bit of everything from every other fast food place. To the point where they copied Burger King's fucking chicken sandwich, and they had to change it. 'cause they did the same
true.
bomb chicken sandwich, which theirs was better. because it had that mayo. Jack in the Box got the best mayo, hands down. I'm willing to fucking throw hands over it.
And they got the buttermilk
right now. Wow. Jack in the Box got the best fucking mayo.
and the buttermilk ranch too.
Yeah, that is fire. That is fire.
Best ranch, best mayo.
And the curly fries. What?
Curly fries are fire too.
Curly fries go ham.
Curly fries, yes. Although, I mean, I throw Rally's Checkers up there.
True.
Oh, Checkers
I love
fries just aren't even in the competition anymore. Checkers
and Rally's.
Okay, well, hold on. I love that y'all brought that up. Who got the best fries in the game?
In the game?
For me, it's Checkers, but you're also going to have heart disease immediately after.
What style of fry?
I'll just say fry. Just a fry.
Their go-to fry that they give to you.
Curly, waffle, all that.
Ooh, waffle. You see, I forgot about Chick-fil-A.
We got to narrow this down. Like, are we talking who got the best waffle fries? Who got the best tater tots? Who got the best shoestring? Like, what are we talking?
My thought is just best straight fry.
Straight shoestring fry? Like a McDonald's fry, Burger King fry, Wendy's fry? Like
Checkers. And that's why I say Checkers will knock all of them out.
Yeah, because there's
it's so well seasoned.
Y'all gonna call me, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but Wingstop got the best fucking fries.
I haven't had Wingstop fries. I just
really.
Yeah.
Y'all don't like the Wingstop?
I like
tripping. I'm probably tripping. I'm probably tripping.
Trash. No. If they didn't have lemon peppers, they'd be.
There goes our sponsorship. There goes the sponsorship.
Dog, Rick Ross, come back.
I know.
Rick Ross, come back.
I guarantee you, his Wingstops probably cook their shit better.
Yeah.
But every Wingstop I've been to in the last fucking 5-7 years overcooks the fuck out of my wings, man.
Word.
And I'm talking like Phoenix,
damn.
Seattle, and here.
Damn.
They always overdo my shit, even when I ask them not to. Like, why you give me a fucking box of bricks with seasoning on them? You want me to eat this shit? Like, it's fucking Fruity Pebbles? Is that what this is?
Teeth chipping and shit.
Fucking Bam Bam out here.
Their wings are fucking garbage.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get started on that because we're talking about fries.
He's about to go
I
off.
Triggered this man.
I know, my
We
bad.
need to talk about how trash the wings are out there right now, especially for how expensive they are.
Yes.
Wings have gotten worse and worse
Yeah.
every year, but the price keep going up.
Yeah.
That
That's
don't
fair.
make no sense to me. But fries. Okay. So for me, god damn. I don't know. You're talking about straight unseasoned, so I gotta take Rally's Checkers out.
Oh, unseasoned.
Unseasoned. Like straight shoestring fry in the game. Kinda lean towards Burger King.
Thank you.
Yeah, kind of lean towards
I love Burger King's
Especially
fries.
if you can get that fucking, like, whatever that, like, their version of the Frosty thing. Like,
Oh yeah.
theirs with the ice cream, I think it hits a little heavier than Wendy's. I'm not going to lie.
You think
Wendy's
Burger King has
used-
a better Frosty than Wendy's
They used-
original?
No.
Fry Frosty combo.
I've never tried.
Wendy-
I'm gonna
I've never
double down
tried
on
that
that.
They got
combo.
it. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
I'm gonna double down on the Wendy's thing because when they changed
Yeah,
their
they tried. Yeah, they changed it.
when they changed like the logo and packaging of things, I
Yeah.
felt like it didn't taste the same.
Nah,
Like that
fair.
traditional,
Wendy's changed.
just full on yellow fucking
Yeah,
box
the yellow
and-
joint and like
Yeah.
the girl, like the red hair.
Yeah,
like,
now they changed it to whatever it is now. When they moved from that packaging to what do they ever have now, I feel like
They did that when Dave died. Y'all remember Dave?
It was after he passed away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's what it
After he
was.
passed away, the whole company changed.
It's just like different branding.
Because I remember when they had her in the commercial like a few years ago.
Mhm.
And people were like, "Oh, that's Wendy." Is like, well, she doesn't really have much to do with the company. From what I heard.
Nah.
After her father passed, they thought it was in good hands, and it wasn't. They just changed everything.
Yeah,
That's
they-
why I don't really fuck with fast food anymore. Because you never know what you're gonna get. 'Cause
Yeah.
There was a time where I thought McDonald's had a better fry. Then there was a time I thought Wendy's had a better fry.
Yeah.
I mean, I still love Whataburger fries to this day.
Yeah.
I ain't even
oh,
gonna lie.
forgot about Whataburger.
Cane's got some fire fries though too, because they got them crinkle cuts.
Fucking
Yeah, I love
man.
I love a
Oh,
crinkle
yeah.
cut
Go
fry.
in on fries,
Any place that
man.
has crinkle cuts, was that Zaxby's?
Zaxby's, yes.
Holland
I only had
Rays.
Zaxby's once, so I can't give them
Oh,
opinion.
okay.
I only had it one time.
Never had it.
Like,
Who's
it's
your
hard
top
to
fry?
find.
Top fry. Oh, I said Wingstop, but now thinking about it, Holland Rays has a good fry.
Who?
Holland Rays.
Rays.
I
You guys
haven't
been to
been
Holland
there
Rays?
yet.
I ain't even heard of
What's
them.
that?
It's downtown, but like
Oh.
you got to get up early. Like the line is
crazy.
crazy. It's basically just tenders, but like they're really like they're hot tenders, right?
Hot tenders, chicken sandwiches. It's the best chicken sandwich you'll ever have.
Oh yeah, any place that like you gotta get in line like that.
It's an hour wait
Yeah,
for
the
a
way
chicken
y'all talking
sandwich.
about it, I know it's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dog, it's so fire, bro. It's
Yeah.
worth the wait.
I haven't done it.
And
yet,
if
but
you
yeah.
like spicy, it be spicy. You know what I mean? Like, everything is so flavorful. Even the little sauce, you know, like on the side,
yeah,
super good. Y'all should check that out.
they have the best fries. What you're saying too?
One of the best fries.
One of the best fries.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
crinkle cut,
They
like
make
you were
your
saying.
list.
Enough said.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
best chicken sandwich I've had to date is from Cluck and Blaze.
I feel you
up
on
north.
that. I feel
Really?
you on that. But
Especially
the
that
one-
banana pudding too.
Yeah, oh, that,
Ooh.
yo, that banana pudding was just like on a
Damn.
He didn't even give it the
I
full
ain't
name. He
gonna
said that
front.
nana pudding. That nana pudding.
I told the people there, I was like, I have not had banana pudding like this since I left the South. That's how
Oh.
close it was.
Damn.
This is Cluck and Blaze.
Cluck
Cluck
and
and
Blaze,
Blaze.
like over in Glendale, right?
I think so.
That's
yeah.
where we checked them out.
Word.
Their shit is fucking fire.
fucking
I
fire.
do want to try them again, but also try Shaq's chicken sandwich place I told you about from a couple years ago. I went to over at Glendale's version of the Grove. I forget what.
Americana.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
they have one over there. It's Shaq's spot.
Yeah.
It was fucking fire, but I've only had it once.
Word.
Cluck and Blaze, they hit every time. We've gone like
The
3 or
mac
4
and cheese
times.
is good too.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese
you
is
can get the
fucking
mac
fire.
and cheese with pieces of fucking Louisiana hot chicken in it, I think. Or you can get it on fries. I think that's what
no,
it was.
you get it in the sandwich.
The mac and cheese is on the sandwich?
Yeah, you get the mac and cheese in the
Right.
sandwich.
But you can also get it on the fries.
Yes, yeah,
I-
maybe.
Maybe not mac and cheese. Anyway, sorry.
Oh,
we
no.
started
I think it was
talking about
tots.
food. We tangent.
I think it was tots.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tots?
I think it's tots.
Might be.
I'd like to apologize to our affiliates in other places that aren't LA, but you should come visit. We will hook you up with
Yeah, man.
all of the dope spots.
Hey, write down this list of all the places we mentioned and save it in your whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we don't need to do one of those like list places. I like these lists a little bit better anyway.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate nothing against homie Keith Lee. Like, stay in that lane, do what you're doing. I like how he keeps it as real as he does.
Yep.
But whenever it's talking about food, I hate when it's just one person giving their opinion.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like that because maybe you don't like something there that I might like. You know, because I've gone to places where I thought the food was okay, but then there's something on the menu I didn't try.
Yeah.
And you hear it's the best thing ever. There's a soul food place in Phoenix. I know it's still there because they're in Vegas now as well. They branched out over there called
shit.
Lolo's.
Logos?
Lolo's.
Oh, Lolo's.
Lolo's. They kind of took the idea from Roscoe's out here. I actually met the guy who created it. He said, he's like, well, Roscoe's is LA, Phoenix needed their own thing. And I was like, you saw a hole and you filled it.
Mm-hmm.
Phrasing. But I thought their food was just okay, mostly because I didn't like their waffles. Their waffles were too dry. So I'm going to judge you off of your fries or your waffles, your side stuff. Chicken was okay. But I heard they had the best red velvet cake in all of Phoenix. And I never fucking got to try it.
Oh,
But I would
Damn.
always hear about their red velvet cake, man. You know, that's what I mean about sometimes you just got to branch out because I went with what I thought was good at that place and I wasn't impressed
Yep.
and ended up missing out on what is considered like the best thing on their menu. You know, so there's something to be said for that comfort food, but every once in a while, like, order one thing extra or family style. We all get the thing that we know we want, and then we all pick one thing off the menu to share.
That's how I
Yeah.
always order all
Yeah.
the time.
Family style.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it, man. Like, you gotta, you know, you judge a restaurant off of, like you said, just like the menu and like, you know, getting as much options as you can get to try, you know.
I actually have this argument with my friends all the time because my friends love that like family style. I call it LA tapa style. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's like the new genre of like Bakari. Like they do that like little small plate thing so that everybody can share.
Right.
But like I just was raised with more so where like I'm gonna order what the fuck I want to eat and don't fucking touch my plate.
That's very true.
But like I go out with like specifically with a lot of my coworkers. A lot of my coworkers are women, and like they're just younger women or like dudes that just don't eat a lot. And so when we go out to eat, they just order like a lot of little stuff, and we all just kind of share. And then I'm kind of like the trash compactor of the group, because like when people finish eating, they're just like, "You want to finish this?" I'm like, "Yeah, y'all weak ass motherfuckers. Yeah, I want to finish this. The fuck, I'm hungry. I'm still hungry. We just had 2 bites apiece." And so like I appreciate it because you do get to try the menu a lot, but I'm also just raised so much where like you pick what you want, you stick by what you ordered, and you just have that entree. But I don't know if you guys have different type of rubrics on how you guys go to eat and shit.
No. I think to each his own. You can't judge on somebody on how they want to order. You know what I mean? I just feel like, my personal opinion is that, I mean, maybe that's the chef coming out of me, is that I want to try as much things on the menu, but you can't judge somebody if they really want a fucking soup or like a spaghetti, like, and that's what they're set on. Then let them do, let them do them,
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all their wallet will allow them to have.
Yeah.
That part as well, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of what has kind of shifted people towards going to tapas style is those people who go out and say, well, I only got this and I only got that, and that's all I'm paying for. But then it's 8 people at the table, and they're like, well, how about we just split this evenly and make it as easy as possible for everyone?
Right.
I used to be that same way. If I knew I only had a certain amount of money, I'm like, well, I'm just going to order what I can afford. Sometimes, man, either stay home or fall on your sword and say, hey, I only brought these amount of dollars. If you want to do tapas style, I will partake. But just know I only got $30 to give.
Yeah.
So if you only want me to take $30 worth of food, I'm willing to do that.
Right.
Don't come to me at the end being like, do you got 5 or 10 more extra dollars? I told you I had 30.
This is what I
I
came
was
with.
prepared to order $30 worth of food with tip.
With tip. Very important.
And you're the ones who tried to take me out of that. You knew I couldn't afford to follow you on this journey.
Yeah.
You could have left me back here at the first stop.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But I feel like we also have to normalize being able to say, I can only afford this thing, but I still want it to come out. There's no need to be shamed for anything because, as you said, prices for everything keep going up. But the prices we're paid do not. At all. So we're all doing the best we can, but no one wants you to stay home just because you can't always afford to go out. And if that's the case, then pick different friends. Or don't be someone who overindulges in having your friends being willing to front you on something. Like if your friends say, hey, we haven't seen you in a couple weeks, we want to check in on you, we want you to come out, fellowship with us, have this food, have these drinks, have this good time, we'd love to see your energy and make sure that you're good. That's one thing. But
You
if
could
you're
just look
always-
and talk to me, man. You can just look at me. You don't have to look at Rob or the camera. You just look at me, bro.
Subs all over.
Oh shit! The subtweets. The subtweets.
He's trying to. He wasn't trying to look at me. He's like from his peripheral. Even his peripheral. He was like.
I hope the message is seeping in. Hey, bro.
But I'm looking right at him like I know you're.
We love you.
Talk to
We
me.
want you to feel included. There's a place for you at the table, at the top of table.
at the top of the table.
'Cause I don't go out. I don't go out mostly because I'm broke, but because like I also just I like being at home too. But I don't go
That's
out.
fine. That's fine.
But no, I'm also really. I was really trying to talk to. I was trying to talk to other people who manipulate that situation, who come out and they know that they never have money, but they know they're going out with good people, and then they know those people will take care of them.
Yeah.
Or those people who dip out before the tab has been paid.
Ooh.
I don't do that. By
I
the way.
haven't seen you in a half hour.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I'm speaking mostly for those
Yeah.
people because it is a thing that I don't know how much you see of this, but I know for us being in the industry and for anyone else out in the industry, they've definitely seen this trend be happening lately where you'll get a group of people, and especially they come up for one cocktail and they're like, oh, here's 6 cocktails. We want them all right now, which is fine. Let me make all 6 right now. That's cool. And then you come back, here's 6 cards.
Yeah.
So no one could buy a round, or 2 people split it, and then the next 2 people split the next round. But like, what kind of friendships do you guys have where you're not willing to cover a round for a few people?
So
when it comes to
true.
drinks, food, appetizers, dinner. Why are you hanging out with these people if you don't want? If you're sharing food with someone, why can't you share the bill?
Yeah.
Like, why are you spending those moments with them, expending your time, which to me is more valuable than money? You're sacrificing that as well, but for what? Like, why do you want to be around these people if you're not happy with them, if you don't feel welcomed into it? If they're going to places that they know you can't afford, they don't want you there. So stop going.
Yeah.
And it's just like etiquette too. Like, once again, we're in this industry, so we understand the people that are working and whatever. So like, making their job harder by giving them 6 cards, like, that's just unnecessary. And like, I don't even care if I don't fuck with the people. I really don't fuck with the people that I'm at dinner with. But just so I can make the server's job easier, I'll take that extra step and be like, yo, put it on my card. Because I don't know, it's weird. I feel bad. I put myself in, you know, the server's shoes or the people that's giving me service, and I'm like, I know they're probably annoyed that they're gonna fucking be charging 6 cards right now. So let me make their life easier and just, here, take my card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just being considerate.
Yeah,
It goes such a long way.
right.
Just because this is a transaction doesn't mean that you don't need to be considerate of me and the fact that I'm still a human being.
Yes.
And you're taking that extra step to be considerate and say, how about I not make your night that much worse?
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
you're going through.
How frustrating is that though? I don't know what that is like,
Bro,
6 cards.
It just is it stops time essentially. Like, it just takes a lot of time for me to go through the process of doing it and then being like, oh, well, this card's not working. Do you have another one? Or like, okay, you got to press the button for like the tip here, or like it's just like you have to explain the process, because nobody. Here's the thing: if it's like a process to go through the card, none of the following 5 people sat and watched how that first process went. So then you got to explain the process to each of the 6
no one
people.
has their card ready.
Yeah.
No one has their money ready.
ever is it ready. People try doing that shit at Capicua. I'm like, nope. One card. One
Right,
fucking card.
figure it out.
Figure it out.
Fuck
And they try to
out.
fight back and like, no, well, I'm like, I got a bunch of people behind you. I need it on one card, please. It's gonna take too much time. Are you guys not friends? Did you not come here together? What's wrong? You can't. You want me to split? You ordered 5 different drinks and you want to use 3 different cards. 2 on this one. No, 1 card. And they're like, 1 card, 1 card. Or I could just take it away. Up to you. You tell me. What do you want to do? Do you want the drinks or not? I run this shit.
But this guy has a smile on his face. You see?
One card.
Yeah.
One card. Or I'm going to take. That's when he was smiling, when he was threatening to take.
Right. Or probably just when he sees me, he's like, hey, Vic, you good? You good? All right, bet.
So 1 card Vic over there.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Little issue, but it's literally nothing was lost. So, to address the whiteboard,
Huzzah!
this was a joke that I heard, and it's so fucking true, and I want to know how true you think it is. Is that Puerto Ricans and Dominicans speak Spanish like they have a mouthful of water? That was your reaction.
Yeah, no, I think so.
Because when I'm fucking working, fucking Capicua, I've said this again before. When they come up to order, bro, Puerto Rican accents are thick and sometimes can be hard to understand, especially if you don't speak Spanish or you've never heard it before. But even when I talk to some of my family or when my mom goes off on me, I'm like, okay, I understood what you said. It takes a minute, but I understand. Dominicans, bro, I don't know why. Dominicans, I can't fucking understand them. Even in Spanish, bro.
So you're saying Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, when they talk to you, you have to put their words through a Brita filter? Because it sounds like they're talking with a mouthful of water. So you gotta filtrate it.
Oh,
That's
man.
good. That's good. You are on it today. That is funny as shit. I set you up. I fucking
shit.
and you just came in and slammed that bitch. That is a good one. But yeah, I cannot fucking understand a lot of these Dominican dudes that come up and start ordering and shit, and like in Spanish too. I'm like, dude, the accent's so fucking thick. It's oh my god. It's like they have.
It's definitely different from your like Central American or like Mexican Spanish.
Yeah.
But like
you said on the show, they're water Mexicans.
I did.
That's what you said. I did. And now you're saying they speak with a mouthful of water.
Run it back.
You You gotta filter them out of this country. What are you gonna say next, man?
I just want the audience to know it's no longer Black History Month. Robert has nothing to contribute to this part of the conversation. Rob is checked out. Rob is over here in his black ass corner, and I have nothing to contribute to this. I'm gonna let them fight it out, duke it out, dog. Duke it out.
Oh, no, man, but for real, like they come up speaking Spanish, can't understand what the fuck they're saying because of the accent, and then they switch to English. And that one, I'm not knocking for anybody for having an accent. It's great that you can speak 2 languages. It's just, it takes me a minute, and I feel bad having them repeat themselves. But god damn, it's like the letters are just blending together in cursive, and it's like motherfuckers come up to me, and they'll be like, "Papi, dame un yak in cranberry." Who? What? Un yak y cranberry. No. Dame un yak y coke. You know what I'm ordering?
Yeah, the name is Capicua.
Dame un yak y coke. There's a couple more letters in those words. Please, at least. I know, I get it.
My Duolingo has not prepared me for this.
It's not even just that. It's loud. It's loud music. Everybody, it's just a lot of those factors that makes it harder for me to understand. If it was like this and they order, it's like, okay, I know what you're saying. But they're saying Jack and Coke, Jack and cranberry, whiskey, Jameson cranberry. And it's like, bro, it's the Dominicans that I can't. It's so thick.
No, it's so
Such
true.
a thick fucking accent.
It's so true. And, I got uncles that I grew up with my whole damn life that still I'm like, wait, huh? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so fast, and it's in their tone that they say it in, that it's just it's funny. It's funny to hear.
But that fucking statement, dude, I heard that shit many years ago. I fucking laughed my ass off, and I was like, that is the truest fucking shit I've ever heard.
Another thing too, I think it's also how fast we talk.
Yeah.
Like Mexican Spanish, like the way they talk is very slow and chill, and I don't know, we could try to correlate
they enunciate a lot of the words too, like it's very clear and concise.
But like Dominicanos and Boricuas, they're like you said, hey Bobby, like it's like quick and fast, and
like slow down, slow.
It's like, wait, what?
One might say rapito.
I'll give you that one. Because I have.
He hesitated. Nah, I give you.
I felt that was a sympathy. That's
how my jokes normally sound.
Yeah, that's usually how they are.
So y'all traded places this episode.
Nah, he's been on it today too.
Despacito.
I like that.
Shout out Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
One of my closest friends, I used to love it whenever we'd go somewhere, like if we'd come to LA and be like in a affluent Spanish neighborhood, or if we'd go to a place that had Spanish music, he would always just walk around just saying "Donde está el baño?" just randomly, just to see who would fucking answer him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeremy. If I say Google, they're not gonna know. Because honestly, his nickname has been Google since high school.
Google.
Oh, his last name's Ogle.
Is what?
Ogle.
Oh.
Man, you just doxed the man. Nice.
Nah, he has a bigger following than we do.
That's true, he does.
He is not worried. Honestly, his dog has a bigger following than we do.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sadly, that dog has passed away already. It still has more followers than us.
Damn, that's fucking wild.
Took a turn.
But I have a tier list as far as like who I can understand, as far as like the Caribbean Latinos, like Cubans can definitely understand them a lot better. Then Puerto Ricans, Dominicans are at the bottom. Like that's just.
Damn, what do you mean by that?
No, I feel you.
No,
At the bottom.
It's just the way it is. It's like, like I don't know.
But you're right. It is. It's just fast. And for what reason? Why is it so fast, man? And it's loud in here. I can't fucking hear you. Come on, help me out. Type it on your phone or something, man. Come on.
Help me
help you.
Right.
And I do genuinely feel bad because it's like I don't want you to think that the way you speak is an issue. It's not. It's all the other factors around. It's loud. You're in a hurry because you see me in a hurry. You want to get your drink and get the fuck out of my face. I want to get you your drink and get you the fuck out of my face and service the next person. So it's like it's not a problem. It's just I wish these factors weren't here so I can give you that good service and not make it seem like I'm being an asshole that I can't hear you. But I try my best. Once I hear like certain key letters and words, I'm like, got it. Like I'm Jack,
Right.
Jameson.
Yeah.
Dominicans love Jameson.
Oh, they do.
Really?
Yeah,
We're a whiskey type of people.
with Jameson and Jack.
Yeah.
I think
for
it's because
sure.
it's sweeter. And
Yeah.
closer to like a sugarcane spirit, like a rum.
Yes.
And if it's not that,
You
it's
hit it.
Brugal.
You hit it on the dot. That's
Brugal.
exactly what it is. They like the rum vibe and shit. Honestly, if you guys don't, High Tide doesn't hold. Sorry, High Tide doesn't hold Johnny Walker, huh?
No. Oh, that was the other one. That's the other one.
Dog.
I always get fucking
Yes.
Black Label requests.
Oh my
Really?
god,
Johnny
y'all would
Walker,
be,
bro.
Y'all would be
If
fucking.
I'm in a club, I do not want scotch.
No, honestly,
Dominicans ask for Black
well,
Label.
That's their
That's
shit.
the thing. A lot of people do not realize that Johnny Walker is Scotch.
Because it doesn't have the
Because it's
peatiness.
Scotch whiskey.
Got you.
So in their minds, they're just thinking whiskey. I'm
Yeah.
ordering whiskey. When they order, Buchanan's, oh, it's whiskey. No, it's Scotch whiskey or a blended Scotch whiskey at that.
Yeah.
So it's just that they're going for that flavor profile, and they just know that it is a whiskey. They don't understand that it falls within a different category, and
Right.
it's not something you're supposed to be mixing with Coke and mixers and all these other things. Scotch is supposed to be enjoyed on its own.
Yeah.
It has enough flavor on its own. You're not supposed to be
Lot
adding
of flavor.
anything to it. You
Yeah.
know, and I feel like that's the disconnect. Is people don't realize which is something we've talked about. People don't realize the things that they're ordering, what categories they fall in. What kind of tequila do you have? Oh, I have this and this and this. Do you have Tito's? Well, first of all, that's a vodka.
Yo.
I know they both started with T, but or I've had this at Fight Club, where people go, well, let me get Casamigos. I don't have Casamigos. What other vodka do you have? I have Tito's.
Okay,
the
let
last
me-
person asked for that, thinking it was tequila. So maybe you two should compare notes. Figure out.
You guys do homework together. Y'all come back and tell me what you came up with.
Yo,
Yeah.
this is the time to cheat on the test.
Jesus fucking
Matter of
Christ.
fact, call a motherfucking friend, because
Call
Jesus.
someone.
Jesus.
Call your former teacher who's now doing OnlyFans. Call someone. Just anything.
Little bell.
Sorry, the bell threw me off.
Yeah, Johnny Walker in the club is interesting. That's an interesting. Like,
Yeah,
take.
they ask for it though. They
Johnny,
do.
Yeah, Johnny Walker.
Black
that's
Label
their,
specifically.
Right, that's their staple, man. And then the blue bottle. What's the blue bottle of Johnny Walker?
Blue Label.
Blue Label.
Oh, Blue Label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They did not think like too far ahead when they named their shit. Green
Yeah.
label, yellow label, blue label, red
Right.
label, black. Like they're just like, let's keep it as simple as
Keep it
possible.
simple.
Yeah,
What you
yeah,
see is exactly what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's the formula for Dominicans, man. Johnny Walker, Brugal, and man, Presidente. Have you guys ever had that beer?
Yeah.
Presidente?
What is that? It's a beer?
The best beer, man.
That's-
no bias.
The last party,
It sounds like a little biased, but go on.
the last fucking Capicua, fucking girl and her friends walk up. She's like, "Tiene presidente?" I was like, I thought she said, "Am I the president?" I was like, "No."
No, she said
But then-
DNA, which means, do you have Duolingo? Shout out.
Hey.
But then I'm like, why is she asking
Yo,
me
if
about
they
the
want to
president?
sponsor us, let's go.
I was like, why she asked me if I'm the president? Because it was loud too. I was like, no, I ain't got that. But then when somebody else came up and asked, I'm like, oh, they were talking about the beer. I was like, damn, that's wild. Also, somebody asked me for coquito too.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey.
And I'm like, first of
They
all,
really felt at home.
I was like, first of all,
That's your food. That's your food
That's-
right
that's-
there.
Hey,
your
that's
food.
what's
you
up.
did that shit. You
That's
did
what's
that
up.
shit. But I'm
That's
like,
what's
first
up.
of all, it's February, and no, I know you feel very welcome at home, but we are not that kind of bar.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't have it. So they asked for presidente and coquito.
Hilarious.
What kind of beer is Presidente?
It would,
It's like a lager, no?
yeah, it'd be comparable to like Victoria.
Okay.
And lager then.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, it's a lager.
what's the other thing? Bruga?
Brugal?
Brugal?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a rum.
Okay.
It's our go-to rum. There's like different tiers to it.
Okay. Is it a dark rum or
Dark rum.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to try
There's
that.
Brugal and Barceló. Barceló is fire.
Okay.
That's like
my go-to is Diplomático, which is more of a Venezuelan rum.
yeah.
But like I'm into rums. Like I want to get to know rums. I like Kanya. Have you guys been to Kanya Rum Bar? Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
Kanye has a
Stories.
vibe, man.
We
Yes.
should go to Kanye, but none of us have a membership.
No.
I was gonna say that. That's the
I
only
can get
thing
this-
you
I
need.
think I can get this.
I mean,
Really?
I know we could just buy a membership, but
It's $50 for a year, I think.
it's the principle of it.
I
Yeah.
know, but
I'm here now. Why do you need my money before I get here? I'm
Yeah.
here now. Charge me.
I think
$5
going
to
into
get
the
here.
getting closer to the summertime, I think it's worth it. Like
Yeah.
their Sunday day parties are crazy.
They have
but
day
then
parties?
Huh?
They have day parties?
They're
Yes.
built for it.
Oh,
I didn't know they
shit.
had.
Yes, they have Sunday day parties. They have live music, like that whole like kind of outside. What?
Why don't we go?
I've only been to like 2 of them, but like I
Let's
just
figure it
learned
out.
about. Huh?
I know people who have memberships. I
Oh,
just
that's
never
what I'm
hit them
saying.
up. I can hit them up.
No,
Like, I
we
can
should
call
go
anything.
for sure. Like
I
they,
can call it.
I think you guys should go.
like their live music. Like I'm talking about like brass band. Like
I have seen that.
I've seen that too.
yes.
Sorry, I interrupted you again.
Yeah, and like I don't want to misspeak like what specific culture the music is from, but it's very Caribbean and it's brass and
Yes.
like the vibe is super dope and they make the best mojitos in the entire LA area.
Damn.
Like their rum selection is exquisite. Like yes, we should all go to that.
I
Absolutely.
I went a couple years ago, and it was so good. I always wanted to come back. I just remember having a rum drink in a coconut. That was fire.
Enough said.
Yeah.
I've only done that one time in my entire life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was in Puerto Penasco.
Oh,
It's
nice.
the only time I've ever had like a rum drink and a coconut. I was like, okay, I see why you do this.
Yeah.
It's worth
I
it.
don't know why you would ask for it in downtown Los Angeles in a regular ass bar that they haven't even seen a coconut.
Yeah.
The way that some people walk up to you and be like, why can't you make this one drink that I had on the island 6 years ago? Why can't you make it right now? Because we don't keep all
Because
that
we're not
shit.
an island.
Yeah.
We're not an island. Yeah.
But like Kanye just like specializes in rum and that vibe and that type of situation. And I think I really started to explore rums in the pandemic, and that's why I found like Diplomatico, and that's why like I want to try the rum you guys are talking about right now. And I
Yeah.
want to get into that. But Kanye definitely has like those vibes. If that's like your steez, like in terms of like rum and Caribbean vibes, like Kanye has that.
No, for sure. Me and my family, I haven't been, but my tios and my dad, they like that bar. They like that bar a
Yeah.
lot. They like the vibe. They like the drinks.
They smoke
That's
cigars
definitely-
too, right?
They be
'Cause they got a
smoking
cigar
cigars.
Buy
yeah.
cigars and smoke them
You buy some
outside.
cigars,
Yeah.
yep.
With the poppy hats.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think we got one somewhere around
That's
here.
a vibe, man. Like,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like, you know, well, little knit community.
Especially when they play the salsa, to like you feel like
Yeah.
that home.
We're gonna do a day party this summer.
Let's
and
just
y'all gonna see.
go. I think I just realized as we were discussing it, like what the reason for having a membership fee is, because it's in downtown LA. It's right down the street from here. If someone asked me for a place to go, I would send them to Cognitive.
yeah,
But I will never do that because they have a membership fee. But
yeah.
that's how you keep it to where the respect level always stays the same.
Yes.
The only people who are ever in there are the people
That
willing
really.
to buy, purchase a membership, or someone who says, I vouch for this person.
Yeah.
So in real time, I just realized why they have it. I'm willing to pay for it now. I'm willing to be that person to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind it at all.
We'll
Now
figure
that
it
I get it. But the times in the past, I'm like, I would send so much business to you, but you don't want to send some drunken ass motherfucker to a place, especially because the way that you get in is through a parking structure.
True.
Mhm.
True.
It's a little
Just this
sketchy.
random ass place.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
speakeasy kind of vibes and everything like that. You don't send drunk idiots there. You send people that you know are going to go in and respect the atmosphere, respect everyone there, respect the staff. So
Yeah.
I've
We'll
been won over. You got
Yeah,
me.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll get
Yeah,
there.
we'll
We'll get
make
there.
that happen.
But yes, all that to say, like I want to try the rums you guys are talking about because I'm been exploring rums and
It's a good rum.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like LA is just not a rum like city.
It's coming.
I hope
because
so.
There's a rum out here that our mutual friend Kingston actually
Yeah.
reps for, and shout out to him for that, because he was one of those people that, you know, I met very early on moving here back in 2021. I just happened to meet him because he was a guest at my bar, and we just hit it off very well.
Oh, yeah.
And then
That's how I got
another
the
time
job.
he came in with I didn't know, but it was one of his like managers at the time, and they just happened to be discussing things, and I overheard it, and that's how he got his first.
That's how he got
job
me
there.
out here too.
Yeah,
It's funny.
because I was like, dude, I got a job for you right now.
Fuck yeah.
All you got to do is move out here. I already have you a job, kind of deal.
Damn.
But
Nice.
That was because of the vibe I got from Kingston,
Yeah.
but I got that vibe on a separate time.
Right.
Not even knowing he was working with rum, because I worked at a mezcal bar, which just closed down. Mezcalero just closed down, man. I haven't gotten all the details yet, but
They shut down?
they're done.
Damn.
From what I've been told,
Wow.
man, they're done.
Mad people are sent there for their Taco Tuesdays.
Well, this is
shit.
like within the last 3-4 days.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. I didn't even know.
I think they shut down on Friday or something.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because one of my other industry homies, his girlfriend was working there, and he like shot me a text on Saturday like, "Yo, if you know anybody, da 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 da." They just shut down Mezcalero on some bullshit or whatever. But you know, I only mentioned them by name, which we normally don't. But I mentioned them by name on a negative sense because that owner ran that place into the ground. I don't know him personally, but I know his business practices and the way that he ran that place. He had a diamond, and he literally just threw it in the trash.
Damn.
It was very sad to see that, because we went in like 2-3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and the soul of that place was stripped out.
When it was on a Tuesday, right? Or Wednesday.
I think so, actually. Yeah.
Regardless.
because I work Tuesdays, so it might have been a Wednesday.
Regardless, when we went in, it's a Mexican restaurant slash bar.
Mezcalero.
When they went from playing like Mexican bangers to
Taylor Swift.
not even
40.
just white people music, I was like,
Man.
and all of their bartenders were also white men. I was like, this doesn't. You're not selling.
The theme
The
of
theme.
the place. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have your bar back who's Mexican. It's like,
This doesn't seem right.
you're not. Yeah, it lost its soul.
Yeah,
It lost its
they
fucking
really
soul.
did. They just,
Damn.
It stripped it out of it, and I feel really bad for the people there. Which reminds me, I need to check in on Leo, because I just saw him a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
that's
He was
true.
doing really well. He was the head chef there and had been there for years and had several opportunities. Which, just to bring it home, to tie it back into you, when I was talking to him when I first started working there 3 years ago, he was doing private meal plans, private chefing for people like that on the side. And he's like, the days that I'm not here, I'm working on that, or I'm taking care of my daughter and just hustling, you know? So that was one of my first times seeing someone who lived out here in LA and think he's from here, but just hearing them hustle on that food kind of like lane of just like, nah, I make private meals, I do this, I do that, and all these different opportunities. It just really opened my eyes to how things are for cooks out here, for chefs, for people who work within the food industry itself of making the food. You know, and I can only imagine how hard that is. Like you said, to build it to the point where you are now is hats off to you, man. Like, I commend you on that, because I've
Yeah,
heard so
thanks.
many other people who are trying to do it on a smaller scale and haven't even reached the success that you have, where I don't know where you may rank your success, but knowing that you are building on it, there are a lot of people who wish that they could even get to that point. So, like, seriously, hats off to you for being able
Thank
to do
you.
that, man.
No,
and bringing your family along with you as well.
Yeah.
That's very fucking important.
Thank you,
Very
bro.
important.
I appreciate that, for real. No, I feel like I'm lucky and grateful. One, I was living with my parents, you know. I had the luxury to. There's a lot of chefs out here, or just anybody that is an entrepreneur. It's hard to balance to like hustle for your like your business, but then also make a living. Do you feel?
Right.
Yeah.
But also like make a living, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like I was blessed to have such a supportive family and be like, hey, you can live here rent free, just do what you want to do, You know what I mean? And
Build your dream.
Build my dream. You know what I mean? And I took advantage of that time to be like, okay, I'm very I'm very privileged compared to other people with, you know, this situation or whatever, and I have to take advantage. And so I didn't have the stress.
Keep talking. I'm getting up for a reason, but keep talking.
Okay, for sure.
I don't want to distract you.
No, not at all. Not for you.
I was trying to stop the AC because I was like, I'm freezing y'all.
I feel you.
I was like, it needs to stop at some point where I got to get up and stop it.
I feel it.
But keep going.
No, I just I didn't want, or that stress of just like trying to make a living and, you know, living paycheck to paycheck and support bills or you know, pay your bills and stuff. Like, I didn't have that in an early age, and I'm grateful for my parents for that. So I took advantage of that time to build my business out and like really go ham on it. And it took years to get where I'm at, but it's only because I had the luxury to do that. That's because of my parents, you know what I mean? Yeah. I get it. Like, I talk to other chefs and shit that they don't fuck with their parents, they're not cool with their family, right, and they're living on their own. So like, and they ask me like, yo, that's dope what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Like, how did you do that? And I tell them like, yeah, I'm just lucky. Like, I see the cards you were dealt. Like, it'd be 10 times harder for you to be where I'm at because you weren't dealt the same cards that I was, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I just look at it like, I think the lesson in that is just like, take advantage of like, you know, where you're at and seize the moment, you know? When you see an opportunity, take that shit, because shit could change like that
real quick.
You feel me? And you know, then
that's also dope that you get along with your parents. Cause I feel like even if a lot of people may have even had the opportunity to do that, like, yo, I just can't get along with living with my parents.
Yeah.
After a certain point, but the fact that you guys are so agreeable and as a family system, a family unit, you guys are all so supportive and agreeable and get along with each other. That is a blessing in and of itself.
Shout out to your family.
Yeah, man. Honestly,
no, that's 100% what I was basically saying. Is just like, as a family, it sounds like you guys all are just like so supportive and agreeable and compliment each other. Because even if given the opportunity, I don't know if I could live with my mom right now.
Yeah,
that's just like me and her just are like oil and vinegar at some point.
Yeah.
And so like that's why like I think it's dope that you guys are able to figure that out and make it happen.
No, for sure. Thank you. No, I agree. And like I said, I see other people's situations. My best friends, you know, they're the total opposite and stuff. So I know having such a supportive family isn't the norm. You know what I mean? People may think that's like that. It's not. You know, like, so I know I'm blessed in that way, and I think it just comes from my grandmother. Man, my grandmother moved from DR as a single mother of 8 kids. Moved from DR to New York with all her kids, single mother, then moved from New York to Cali. Like, her strength, all of our aunts and uncles and first cousins, second cousins, like, seeing her strength in doing that, like, it made us realize that family is everything, and that like, that's all, that nothing is above that, you know. That's because dope. She sacrificed so much, so it's like, it's a fucking shame if
like, what can you complain about?
Yeah, what can we complain about? Or like, why wouldn't we get together? Like, that's like a slap in her face. Like, she did so much for us to better our lives, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just it's all like I said, the hands you're dealt. Like, I'm blessed with a great family, man, and without that, I ain't shit, for real. Because that's you know what I mean.
Dope, man.
Shout out to the fam.
Shout out to the fam, man.
The Ramos family.
For a lot of people out there, they don't have anything resembling that, and it's one of those things that when you don't have it, or when you hear about it, you're just like, I wish I had family.
Yeah.
When you hear, so for me, hearing family is everything is like, I wish it was.
I feel you.
But being able to hear that family is everything, and it actually is, for all of the positive reasons, all of the right reasons, That's inspirational as fuck, especially because there's so many other people who don't have it, who may be starting their own families.
Yes.
And that's the inspiration for them. It's like, okay, yeah, you know, my family situation is not as positive as I would have liked it to be. I wasn't born in the situation that I would like to have been born in, but I started my own family. Let me do things the right way instead of holding it against my children or not providing for them to the level I want to because I'm so busy trying to make up for the things I lost. Well, that's not what being a parent is. Being a parent is sacrificing and hoping that you raise your children the right way, that when they can get further along, because in the relay race of life, you gave them a head start. They can come back and get you when they come and lap you. You should want, as a parent, in my opinion, you should want your children to lap you. They're supposed to get past you.
Yeah.
And then pull you along with them. And that's what kind of family you had because of the sacrifice that your mother was able to make and did it so selflessly, so that now all of you being in this position, it's not just about you paying her back, it's about you paying each other back.
Yeah.
That's why she did it. She did it so that you all could take care of each other. And look at what you're making, man.
Yeah,
You know,
thanks.
Sorry, I mean, we're all making it like as deep as
No,
it is
it's-
because it is that deep. It is that deep, and it's not something that we get to talk about in this platform as much because we try to be entertaining and we try to be impactful and informative and things like that. But at the end of the day, working in a restaurant, working in a bar, working in anything within the service industry, it does feel like family. And that's why for a lot of people who don't have it, they gravitate towards it because they're like, oh, this is providing me that thing, that cohesive unit that I've never had in my life. So for you to have it outside and be determined to bring it into this industry is fucking commendable, man.
Thank you, bro.
Like, seriously, hats off to you guys for all of your family for being able to
Thank you, my guy.
Look at what you're doing. Look at what you all are providing for all these other people where, as P said, there's no other place to get the thing that you're providing. But the only reason you were able to provide it is because your mother gave you a safe space to create it.
Yeah. Facts. Big facts.
That's big.
Yeah, no, real shit.
That's a ding right there, man. Your grandma is your grandma at the Capicua too?
No, she passed away.
Oh, she passed away.
She passed away in 2008.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, man. Condolences to that.
Thank you.
Shout out to her for doing what she needed to do to get your family out here.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
No, for sure. I honestly, they could write a movie on her shit. Like everything she went through and her stories back in DR.
Oh, it was your grandmother. Sorry.
My grandma.
Yeah, so I just
Yeah.
give proper credit to everyone in the family.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
I did not speak on your grandmother. I thought it was your
Yeah.
mother specifically.
No, it was my grandmother. It's all good. It was my grandmother, but they could write a story on her, man, like of what she went through back in DR and moving to New York with single mother, like I said. But even in the 70s, moving from New York to Cali, like I don't want to, maybe we're one in the few. I don't want to just take sole credit for it, but our Dominican family is probably one of the only families like in the 70s, you know what I mean? From the New York. I'm not saying that as a bragging point, but I'm just saying it's just crazy for her to think that was the right move at that time. You know, the strength and risk to make that move, you know, migrate from New York to
There
Cali.
was a strong Dominican community in New York that she was leaving behind to just go to LA.
Yes, exactly. So that jump is just when you really put it on like a timeline of shit, that's where it gives me strength. I'm like, man, I'm meant to do what I'm doing now. I'm meant to represent my family's last name proudly and also leave a legacy like she left, you know. That gives me strength and courage to follow my dreams and, you know, do what I'm doing now, you know. It's not like this strength just came out of nowhere, just off an idea, like, oh, I have an idea and I'm gonna execute it. Like, nah, like I got my family like really pushing me and people that passed away before me, like, you know, giving me strength. So That's why this shit means a lot, bro. I know this is
No,
not me
no,
on some
no,
spiritual, like.
This is what we're here for. This is why I wanted you here to tell the story, to have that voice like you've been doing for Capicua, and to be on this platform too. I know you've been on other things, but I feel like, no shade, they aren't doing it like us.
Facts.
For you to actually be able to speak and tell your story and your family's story. And, you know, again, shout out to your grandma, shout out to Abuela Ramos. Like, for you, if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be in this position. Capicua wouldn't be what it was. And
No,
shout out to
real.
her.
And I think that's why Capicua is special, is because it's family shit. It's authentic. We're not trying to be somebody. We're not. It's really just always came from a loving place,
Yeah,
and
that's why I fuck with it, man.
yeah,
That's why it's one of my favorite things that we have at Hindsight.
My
And I
guy.
fuck with it. Yeah, I fuck with it.
And I appreciate it.
I'd like to share a thought, before we move on to the next topic. I know we got this video to pull up and to give it like a gear shift and everything, but the most inspirational thing I'm thinking of right now here in this story is how everyone in our society right now is so obsessed with being the first to do something. We talked about this before the episode started. Everyone wants to be first. They want to be the first one to do this, the first one to discover this. They want to gatekeep everything. To think about what it was like 50 years ago to be the first of your people, or one of the first of your people, to move to a completely different country, then move to a completely different area of the country where no one's like you. To be the first to do that, being the first is hard.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be the first now because there's a reward for being the first to do something, because we're so quick to like it, share it, subscribe to it, whatever, anything. Everyone wants to be first. But think about the people who were the real first to do something, and the things that they had to sacrifice to put something in place that someone else could be the first to do something, and they're not even here to see it.
Jeez.
That's a sacrifice that does not get respected, doesn't get talked about, doesn't get thought about. We all want to make these riffs on cocktails and different foods because we want to be the first. But nothing you do is the real first. It's just the first sense, the first person to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And just given that respect, the fact that you've spent this much time talking about how your grandmother and the rest of your family, like how y'all have created a situation to where you could be the first to create something in LA. If she didn't do that 50 years ago,
It's not possible.
you're not even here, bruh.
It's not possible.
Close.
And that's why I just think this is just what God told me to do. Like, it's my duty to do this because of my history, what my family went through, and what they were about. And so it's more than, like y'all said earlier, a money grab. Yeah, of course, it's packed. That's cool. That's great. I sell food. Cool. But, this shit really fulfills my soul. And, the mission of what we're doing. We just want to create a space, man, that, our people are welcome in a place that you wouldn't expect to find home in, and my grandma found a home 50 years ago, and so it's deep, man. It's really deep, man. And that's why
We ain't even been around that long. That's
right.
how long ago she forged and trailblazed. We weren't even here yet.
Exactly.
I'm old as fuck. She was trailblazing. I wasn't even out my dad's sack.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
shit. Like there's something to be said about that, man.
Yeah.
I think that also speaks to like the beauty of like the purpose of what you're creating with like the event, because I wish I had it a little bit better memorized, but like they were talking about how Apple built their brand, and people don't get like sold to like the what or the why, or they don't get sold to the what of the products of Apple, but it's more just like the purpose of it, or like the why. And so it's like, it's not about like, basically people don't care about what product. They don't care about the MacBook, they don't care about the iPhone, they don't care about the iPod. They're so bought into like the lifestyle and the ease and efficiency that Apple brings to your life, that whatever product they produce, we're going to buy into, because we already bought into like the why of the Apple product.
Yes.
What I'm saying is like your brand is so just saturated and just like the why of just like bringing culture, and bringing culture that a lot of people don't get to see, in LA, and people are bought into that. That it doesn't even matter what type of event you guys are putting out, because people are getting bought into the why of what you guys are doing, because it's so saturated in authenticity and culture and family, and that's what people are buying into. And I just, that's what I'm seeing from you in the way that you're talking about it right now. And the more you just continue to like kind of stand in that and build on that, like whatever you guys want to do going forward, like people are gonna just be drawn to that because they feel that authenticity. Like it's not just a party. Y'all got people doing like playing dominoes. Like you guys got people. You're selling like food, authentic food that people don't get out here in LA. And I think that's
in your mom's house, my boy.
Cooked in your mom's house.
Real talk, man.
And
No.
like,
I was just saying, like, you cook it in your mom's house.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more authentic.
That takes home cooking in the literal sense.
in the literal sense, So that's just dope as fuck.
Thank you,
Man,
bro.
I made this in my mama's house. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is paying for the gas bill to cook this fucking. Get the fuck out of here.
You want me to
No,
go
straight
tell my
up.
mom that I
You go
charge
tell my mom.
$1 less
Yeah.
because of some stranger? I don't know.
You go tell my mom she's gonna
Straight
fucking
Not
right
the
there.
chupeta.
As soon as they order, they just get hit with a random.
Yo, man, can you hook it up?
And then they pick it up and it's like, the price is the price.
Oh, damn.
Oh, fuck.
For real.
That's
For
great.
real.
I just wanted to just to keep on like building and standing in your why of why you're doing it, because you're speaking to it right now, and I feel like maybe a lot of people don't get to hear that. They just see the promotion of like the party, but keep on promoting your why, and I feel like that's what's going to keep on bringing people to you guys in what you're building. And it doesn't matter what the product is, whether it's the food, whether it's the party, whatever, wherever you guys want to go, people are bought into like the why, because it's so authentic and it's so needed, and there's clearly a thirst for it. Like the first thing you put on, 400, 500 people came out. So keep on building and
Thank you,
standing
bro.
in that why.
No, thank
You're
you.
providing the correct what.
Yeah.
Yes, and that,
You know,
yes.
Like he's saying, you're providing the why and you're providing the what.
Yeah.
The what is the product that you're serving, the food, the environment, the dominoes, everything, and then you're giving the why.
I
You're
just
giving people everything they're asking for, man.
sorry. I just remembered you had a high profile person there at the last one.
You're
I
a
don't-
fool. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't know. Should we say his name?
Yeah, go ahead. Who cares?
This motherfucker had Miguel, the singer.
And it wasn't the first time either.
Yeah,
It was the first time. It was the
Well,
first
first time?
he,
Yeah.
it was his first time at Capicua, but he's been there before.
Oh, you been at
something
High
else.
Tide?
He's been there before at something else.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh shit.
So, shit, maybe we had to bleep out the names and the
Let's
we
get
might.
Miguel up here.
No, maybe we had to bleep out like the locate. Maybe we had to bleep out High Tide because then maybe
We
if
don't
that goes
know
out.
when they're gonna be there. 'cause
Oh,
we're
I
on
see.
there,
I see what
but
you're saying.
I know what you're saying as
Yeah.
far as protecting them from being there,
Yeah.
like being discovered. But
Yeah.
the thing is, you don't know when they're going to be there because they don't announce that they're going to be there.
That's true.
But it still helps Capicua and everything else that High Tide does because maybe
And it brings people. You know what?
Hey, there
You're
we
right.
go.
Okay. Yeah, this motherfucker.
He said, keep the party going.
To speak on that authenticity and the why and everything you guys were saying, you got high profile people that are like, I'm gonna pop in here because that's part of my culture too. Like I don't think he's Dominican, is he?
No, he's Mexican and black, I believe.
Mexican and black? He's Mexican?
I
Damn.
think he's Mexican. I'm pretty sure he's Mexican.
I think it's somewhere in South America.
we'll figure it
We'll,
out.
we'll look it up. But yeah, like even then he's like, this is close enough home to me
Hey.
that where he's like, I'm gonna show up. So when he came up, I was like, oh shit, it's Miguel. I was like, oh man, appreciate your music, whatever. And he's super humble. That's besides the point.
Oh, you
But
still
yeah.
said to him?
Yeah.
that's
That's
cool.
cool. He dapped me up and everything because I was like, yeah, man, your music's dope. But that's besides the point. Whatever. Getting away from it. But you have people like that, like high profile people that come to your shit. And then I seen a couple of like other like YouTubers that I know personally, not
Well,
personally,
influencers
that
and
I
shit.
that I know that I recognize, and I'm like, oh shit, that's again that the authenticity that you guys were speaking on. It's fucking.
No,
dope.
I think so. It was cool chopping it up with Miguel. I talked to him for like 10 minutes. Super cool dude, super humble guy, and his whole approach to me. He asked me, he was like, "Hey man, like, how you do? He's like, you're Chef Vic. I'm like, yeah. So we like introduce or whatever, and then he just like,
He wants you to cook for him too.
another person on the fucking list. Sorry, I'm just saying. No, but he was just like, how you feeling or whatever. And I was like, man, I'm just tired. Like I was being real with him, and he was chill, man. Like regular ass dude, and just like bigging up the party, just saying like how much he enjoyed it. And he was like, man, like. He's like, honestly, I don't go out in LA like that. He's like, but he's like, this shit is like different, and like, expect me to be back. Like,
Dude, he was there for a while. Like I saw him like, oh shit, he's gonna be here. He's celebrity, whatever. Probably go somewhere else. He was there for like 3 hours, maybe.
he's
4.
fucking
I thought he'd be there.
dancing on the dance floor.
Yeah, I thought he'd be in there for like
What's up?
30 minutes
cool.
or whatever,
It
go
was cool.
somewhere else. And he was there for a hot. He was there for the peak of it, and then left when he left. I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
He was vibing, but I think that's a test to Capicua, man. Like our motto is, leave your ego at the door.
Yeah.
We don't do bottle service. We're not on no Hollywood shit. Like you could be. I mean, you see, there's a lot of fine ass women in there. You know what I mean? It's a lot of pretty women. Lord Jesus. No, seriously, there's a lot of beautiful women in there and stuff that I'm sure if they're at a different place, they're on their bougie shit like, oh, I want my table service, or can I get my free drink or whatever. And it's like at Capicua, they know that don't fly. Like everybody is welcome, whether you're fucking 60 to fucking 25, whether you got this many followers or this many followers, like everybody's gonna be treated the same. And that's what Miguel was doing. He was just like in the crowd vibing. He didn't need a section.
No.
Right?
No.
Like he was just.
Well, actually, I think Brandon did have to like sneak him through the back. And
He did.
He snuck him through the back and then put him in, gave him a little section.
He's not gonna stand in
whatever.
line.
Yeah, no. But also he wasn't gonna have him come through the line. He's like, oh shit, he's coming. Yeah, through the back. But to
I'm just surprised when he talked to you, he didn't, say how many drinks does it take.
Oh my god.
dig it.
I'm not thinking that.
How many drinks does it take?
That's the try.
I'm surprised he didn't say that to anybody around him. But to like what you were saying, boo this man. Boo.
Oh, the gift.
Tomatoes.
That shit is
tomatoes. But real quick, and I want to get into this video. You were saying how like there's all these influencers and this and that. It doesn't matter who comes to the bar. And I say this as bartenders, I am the most important person there. I'm not talking to you, Siri. I am the most important person there. You piss me off or anything like that, I'm gonna say, oh, sorry, I can't serve you anymore. You're too drunk. Doesn't matter who you are. I don't care. If I say no,
behind that bar has your back.
Yep. And I'm fortunate enough to work for somebody who will also have my back. So doesn't matter who you are. I don't care. You could be a celebrity. If I say like, oh, they're too drunk, you're done. Yeah. So come to your bartenders with respect. We are the most important people in that venue because we will determine if you have a good night or a bad night.
Ooh,
it's up to you,
bars.
Man. Yeah. But I came across this video and I thought it was fucking hilarious because the comments are also funny.
Ask for less ice.
Yeah, so the caption says how customers expect us to react when they ask for less ice.
What? Oh, this? Oh, the ice? Oh, all right. You got me. You're right. No, you're right. Yeah, I was gonna fill this up with ice and give you less alcohol, but now, since you asked me to take it out, I'm definitely giving you more booze here, man. Yeah, no, you're a smart one, aren't you? Yeah, no, it's the first time anybody's asked for that. It's definitely first time I got called out, so that one's on me. But,
yo, what's up with the ice in that glass, man?
Oh, you know, I got me.
Oh, shit, he figured you out? Dude must be a genius.
No, that's what I said. You're hella smart. That's crazy.
Yo, tell him he can't be sharing this with anybody else.
Don't.
This is secret.
You're not gonna go around telling people this, right? Like, this is like an.
You can't be out there sharing our secrets with the world, man. You gotta tell him.
I'm telling him, but just between us. Yeah, I'll definitely gonna hook you up, but just keep it between us. Smart guy.
So freaking smart.
That happens to you guys a lot?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
Way more than it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, people ask for less.
Yeah.
Way more than it's supposed to.
It's so I understand the people, and the comments were fucking like they were egregious, like they're just terrible. People were saying like, I'll read them. I'll read some out to you real quick.
This is gonna be triggering.
One of them sounded kind of racist. Said, "Habibi, hurry up." I don't know if that's racist or
damn.
not. No, okay, probably not. I hate bartenders. They are the worst people ever. He has a response video to that. I will link the video. You guys can go check it out. Let's see. Actually, I just expect you to shut your mouth and take the ice out. Just do your job, drink boy.
Drink boy.
But want a 20% tip. Servers, baristas, and bartenders when they have to do their job, and it's all the angry swearing emoji. But it was somebody said, I worked in restaurant for years, so I guess being I don't know. Bartenders think they're awesome, and it needs to be addressed.
Wow, thanks for sharing that. I guess I gotta go back to the drawing board.
Yeah,
My life has been a lot.
one comment
that
here.
One comment.
One of them here is like, these comments, laughing emoji, are exactly who this is about. Which is
Yes.
you are all the people. And then
1000%.
Thank you, person.
Yeah.
You are a national treasure.
some of them are reasonable. Some of us just don't like ice. That's understandable. Understand. Don't want my drink watered down.
I will stand on this to the end
I
of
get it.
time.
I get it.
Get rid of the fucking comment section. And the only reason I say that is because people with common sense don't make comments. And the reason I say that is because people with common sense, they don't think, oh, this one comment is going to be the one that changes everyone's fucking mind.
Oh my god.
I got to be the person to say this. You know why?
They said the
Because
thing.
if you look at the comment section, it'll be the same thing said by
20 different ways.
You're not
10
original.
different
You're not
20
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and for anyone who wants to try to come for us or anyone else in this industry in the comment section, you're the same people who go to Yelp and think people really give a fuck about your review. Because most people are not checking Yelp for a review before they go in. They're checking Yelp for the photos.
Yeah.
All they care about is your photos.
Yep,
Take
that's
a
all they
picture
wanna
of the
look
thing
at.
you saw. If your review is attached to the photo, I'll give it a little bit more credit, a little bit more credence. I guess I should say. I don't know. But if you're just giving me a random review talking about someone who worked at a place and saying something negative, it's like, okay, well, where's that really coming from? Where's that energy really coming from? Did you really have a bad experience, or were you just a cunt? It's got to be one or the other. But when you show me that someone was a bad bartender with a photo or a video showing me that they're a bad bartender or server, I'm going to give that a little bit more like benefit of the doubt. But someone just saying it without a photo, to me, you just sound like someone who didn't get their way and you got kicked out. And you know that this is the only way that you can lash back out at this place. By trying to get someone fucking fired, which I don't understand about this particular industry. Why is it that people in the comment section think that we are so against you? For what? How would we be able to do our jobs if we were that bad at it?
They're just dumb.
Privileged, or
So-
what's the word for it? I don't know. Privilege, yeah.
Well, like he said.
Wait, hold on. I got.
main character energy.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Let me
ahead.
read this comment. It says, I'm looking at these comments. I was a bartender. When you get asked this, it is almost always followed by a return drink for not being strong enough. So some comments in there were saying like, yeah, you know, they just want more alcohol, this and that. Like, oh, it's not strong enough, whatever. Think this and that. It's like, we're not trying to bamboozle you. This isn't. That's satire. That's the joke of the video. It's like, so if you want less ice, that isn't like Google Translate, which means more alcohol. You want more alcohol, say you want a double. If you're drinking it, you know, on the rocks, then we will accommodate for that. We will put less ice so we can fit more alcohol, so it doesn't It's a whole thing. Let's be adults. Let's be smart. Let's not be stupid. Act like you've been in a bar before.
Yep.
But yes, the main character energy thing. Yeah.
This is the shit that made me feel.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Feel better about having to use. I'm not gonna call it what we normally call it. I'm not gonna call it the J word, but the measuring cup. Having to use that at work.
It's called an ouncer. Shh. Ouncer.
No one can hear you.
Stop trying to make ouncer happen.
But when I first was working at a bar, restaurant, whatever, that said that we had to use those no matter what, I was like, what, you don't trust my count and this and that. But then when you think about when people try to tell you, oh, I can't taste alcohol, or you shorted me, but you're using a measurer the entire time. No, I didn't. Because you cannot tell me as a person standing on that side that I turned this before it got to the line. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't work here.
Right.
So it takes a lot of the steam out of that argument. So it has swung me over to the side where I'm more for using the measures, because 80-90% of my arguments are out the window now with people thinking, oh, when they say I can't taste alcohol, it's like, well, that's a personal problem.
Yeah.
And if you ask for more mixer because you want less ice, then I'll give you that. But what I do now is when, especially if I'm about to use a Collins glass to make a drink, and then the person says, oh, give me less ice, I will then switch it to a rocks glass and put in less ice, and we'll give them the same amount of mixer,
because it's the same standard,
and the same amount of alcohol.
Yeah.
But then their wash line goes like this, and then they feel like, oh, I didn't get everything I was supposed to pay for. It's like, no. You were paying for the alcohol and the cocktail. You asked for less ice. I gave you less ice.
Yeah.
You didn't want the ice. I'm not charging for the ice. If you don't want more ice, you don't get more ice.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm still giving you the same amount of cocktail.
I cannot give you more product. Like, I just can't.
There's no way.
People actually do that. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't know anyone
go.
was walking up to you asking you to charge less for your plates.
Right.
Tonight.
Yeah.
People don't understand why we started this show until we start talking about it, which is why we're also happy to have you here to shed light on it.
Yes.
But seriously, there are people that are literally just asking for things for free from people who have nothing to do with the price, and for people who the price is everything because that's how they make their livelihood. But everyone just wants to feel like they're getting something for nothing.
Yeah.
They have that main character energy of just wanting to feel special.
And that broke energy too.
What's I got a question. What is a reasonable tip if I buy a drink? Any drink, I usually tip $3 to $4. Usually $4. Is that okay?
On one drink?
On one drink.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's fine.
It's more than good.
Unless
That's
you're
you
I do like 3 to 4. Sometimes I do 3. Sometimes I do 4.
unless you're doing like a double 1942 on the rocks. Yeah.
Even then,
Even
I'm
that,
not,
I
even
understand
then,
that.
I'm not gonna hold it. I'm not gonna hold it. All I'm
Okay,
saying is
hold on.
Because it's an easy pour.
Wait, go ahead.
Time out.
Go ahead and say your
I'm saying that based off of that is an expensive thing. So if you are flexing like that, then you can give a little bit more than just $3 or $4.
Oh, okay.
That's what
I'm gonna take this a different thing.
I was saying that. That's the whole point.
Hey,
we
and
were
it's-
trying to help you, and you decided to go there anyway.
And
because
here we are.
Here's the problem that those who do not work in this industry do not understand is when people in our industry go based off of whatever the ticket price is and getting tipped off the ticket price, there is a disconnect, because if you have someone come up and they order 10 shots and they give you a $10 tip, but the 10 shots,
But the 10 shots, go ahead.
The bite got in my world.
You could have just
you
threw them
but
off.
the 10 shots come up to $300, I'm not expecting $30, which is 10%.
Okay, all right. You're right. Let me backtrack, rewind,
I'm
stop.
just saying, like,
delete
So
the
what you're
footage.
saying is that you peep somebody, you look at them, and you're like, oh, they rich. All right.
Yes. Okay. No.
That's what he said.
Wait. Okay. Hold on.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
No. But that brings up a good point. Hold on. All right. If it's just the one cool. But if you're doing that all night,
Okay.
maybe I might feel a certain way. I'm still gonna, all right, $3 or $4, cool. I may feel a certain way, but I'm not gonna be upset or have an attitude about it. Now, if I've asked you to open up a tab and you haven't, that's what I'd be pissed about. It's like, bro, you've done this 5 times. Please, for the love of God, start a fucking tab.
I can understand that. I can also understand there are people.
So I can
that
auto-grade you.
They forget their card. I just am of the mindset that I don't care what you tip me or don't tip me. But if you don't tip me, do not expect the same
Hold
level
up.
of service on the next transaction.
A $2 tip? That's cheap.
Yes.
That's cheap, right?
Yes,
I seen that a lot. $2 tip. I'm like, come on.
$2 is better than nothing.
I'm not disputing that. That's the point. I'm just saying.
There's
it's
people-
the people who tip me nothing.
There's people that do that.
Yes.
I swear to God. I'm
Absolutely.
not saying that. I'm not trying to act stupid or whatever.
No, we
but
don't think you are.
I mean, the people I be with, they tip. On the lower end, I see $2 tips, and I'm like, that's whack. But I never had a person that I'm with do 0.
Yes.
That's the audacity.
It happens.
That's fucking crazy.
P, do you have something to
What's
say?
worse than the $0 tips is the people that give you the
43
change. Is the people that round up.
yeah.
That's
No,
what's worse.
no.
Those people,
Swear to God.
yes,
The change.
yes,
Yes.
it's those. Those are the. Honestly, just give me the fucking 0. Give me the 0.
Take your
Do
change
not
back.
give me your fucking change because you need it more than I do. Apparently,
don't.
Have
Whoa.
you ever gotten actual change as a tip?
Yes.
But like
Yes.
just the change. Just the change. No dollars.
Yes.
Just like 43 cents.
yes,
Yes.
at Carlos.
All right. Thank
Yes.
you. I appreciate that.
Wild.
So for everyone out there who thought that didn't happen,
Yes.
absolutely.
People
are
go into their
people-
coin purse.
There are people who
and do that
treat
shit.
us like that. That's what they think of us. They think so little of us.
It's crazy.
Yet we are still providing a service the same way that your plumber and your dentist would be doing.
Yep.
You are asking me to do something for you that you cannot or will not do for yourself. But this profession says the business only has to pay about, on average, 55 to 65 maybe percent of what your wage is. It's probably less than that in a lot of places because in Phoenix, the minimum wage for certain, because a lot of states, and people don't know this, but a lot of states have a different minimum wage for service industry than they do for every other occupation within that state.
Didn't know that.
Arizona is one of them. So while here in California, the minimum wage is the minimum wage, or I worked in Washington for a few years and the minimum wage was the minimum wage. In Phoenix, there's a minimum wage and then there is the service industry minimum wage, which the minimum wage in Phoenix when I worked in the service industry was around $7.25 an hour. That's how much you were paid to be at work. And if you have 0 guests and make 0 tips, you still are only making $7.25 an hour.
That's fucking
And
wild.
the business is allowed to do that.
It's fucking wild.
Or
That's
in
what's
the
next.
corporate situation, anything that I sell, they take an automatic 10% off of the sales, no matter what the tip was, off of that. And so if you don't tip
Where's
me
it go?
at least, huh?
Where's it go?
Is that the service charge?
That's no, that 10% comes, 10% of sales is going to the front of house, in terms of like the host,
I'm going to the front of house right now.
and also going to the back of house, to the kitchen, because they don't pay the back of house enough. And so the basically 10% of every of sales is coming out of like whatever my tips are. So if the person doesn't tip me at least 10%, now I have to come out of my pocket of what I made that night out of tips
Why?
to provide the remainder of that 10% to provide that. And so like I've worked in other places where like whatever that percentage is that you're supposed to tip the host and whatnot comes out of based on what your tips are for the night, which makes more sense. But in corporate, they don't care what your tips are. People can tip you 0, people can tip you 20%, people can tip you fucking 5%. They just take whatever your sales are on the night, 10% is automatically taken out so that they can redistribute it back to the hostesses, the kitchen staff, God knows whatever else. And so if I don't get 10% off of the sales, that now is coming out of my pocket to provide that. And so people don't know that, and we're not allowed to actually explain that to people because then we get in trouble.
CEOs and everyone at the top of the company who never even goes into the establishment are taking home millions, if not just thousands of dollars, while you are having to tip out everyone else at work already on a percentage of what you were making because everything's pooled.
Yep.
So you're losing money twice.
Mm-hmm.
On top of having a guest who decides that they want to take it out on you, that you didn't just hook them up.
Yeah.
On top of that. So you're losing money 3 times potentially.
Yeah.
Every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Make
then,
that make sense, guys. Make it make sense.
You know, it. So
That shit's fucked up.
going back a little bit, as you said, you were speaking on like, oh, is $3-4 enough? Yes, it is. I'm not trying to talk shit about it. I love it.
It's okay.
Some people at Capicua, man. Some of these motherfuckers like ask. It's the ones that are the loudest and asking the most. 0. And I'm
Zero
like,
tip.
that is unfortunately the rubric. The person that honestly asks you, because my job, like, we don't have as many people where it's just the drinks. It's like they're sitting at the bar. So now I'm providing food service. I'm providing utensils. Like, I'm setting you up for your entire dining experience on top of making your drink, on top of like all of that type of stuff. And those people will still tip you 0 on that. And then I'm just like, what the fuck? What was any of this for? And then God forbid I actually have a conversation with them about it, and now I'm in trouble with my manager.
So you know what's also funny too is because this party is so dope and because it's a staple, and I now know because they frequent. It's this. I recognize faces because they come every time. They come to every single one. They've been to every single one. I now know who it is that does not tip. So I give them the bare minimum service. I know. I already know. I see them come up. I'm like,
hey, man, to each his own. I get it, bro. It's no judgment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I wish my people supported, in a better way.
A lot of them do. It's great money for us. I'm not saying that it's not. It's great money for us. But there are select few that I now know who it is. So I'm already seeing them. I'm like, you don't tip. So you're getting bare minimum service for your bare minimum gratitude.
Hey, we've said before, if you don't feel like giving me the tip, I'm not going to give you the shaft. You are getting the bare minimum. That's how it works.
No, I get it.
Ain't no full strokes in here for free.
So real quick too.
No free strokes, man. No free strokes. You want shaft? You got to give me shaft money.
No, I get it.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Real quick.
No, but I mean, I made a joke just to break it because we do need to start wrapping this up. But seriously, man, like, just as bewildered as you are hearing this.
Wait, hold on. Can I?
first time-
Sorry,
Oh,
I need to interject real quick, and if I can be so bold, if you guys have made it to this part of the podcast, still, you're still listening, you're still here.
Mm-hmm.
If you hear this, whoever is the first person to message me, not message,
better.
or
They
to
have to be at Capicua.
hold on,
Sunday,
hold on,
the 24th.
hold on, wait.
Tying it in.
No, let me get there. If you are listening to this and you're still here, message us on our Instagram page, which is the industry perspective. Message us and say, hey, I got to this point of the video. If you do, and you would like to come to Capicua, regardless of the line or anything else, if I can be bold, I will get you in. Me, because I work there. So
Sounds good to me.
If you, the one person, not your group, just you, maybe one guest, maybe we'll see, maybe
two.
So you want to guess?
Maybe two.
You want to guess if for anybody that is off that Sunday, which is this
24th.
weekend,
24th.
the 24th.
Yeah.
So if you were off, you hear this part, message our Instagram page at the industry perspective. Say, hey, I heard this part. I got to there. Can me and my friend go? I will say yes. And we'll see your profile picture, whatever, name and all that, who it is. I will get you in so you can have a great time and experience this. But you have to have been listening all the way up into this point.
Hey,
And it is on Sunday.
Yo.
This coming
That
Sunday.
sounds like a good little.
But that's what I'm just, get people to listen all the way in engagement. And if people didn't listen all the way in and this comes out later on when they hear it and they're like, oh shit, I missed out. I should listen.
I think they will because, I've been on some other podcasts and shit. I'm not gonna lie, this podcast has let me tell my story in such a great way. I in other podcasts, I feel like I had to be kind of, a character and like
salesman.
professional and
it was
marketing salesman, all of those terms. But right here, I'm just kicking it and I'm chilling, and I feel like that's what Capicua is. Like I explained it before, we're just chilling.
Yeah.
Come as you are. So shout out to y'all podcast.
Thanks, man.
To the industry perspective. Like it's y'all are cool as fuck, and the conversation was so easygoing, and
we're almost at 3 hours and you didn't even realize it.
I know it's crazy.
We're over 3? Oh, fuck God. Rob, I'm sorry, man.
Nothing.
I see you over there. It's like,
Oh my, I'm
But-
my weight.
oh, okay.
They're about to see Capicua around because he's about to pass out.
Oh, fuck.
No, but the industry perspective, like they got the vibe. It's really a home feeling, and these are some really cool dudes. It was a pleasure being here, honestly. Like it's not no fucking commercial shit, no cliche shit. I had a great time, man. Can I get invited back?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everyone who's on
Yeah.
the show
That-
has an open invite back at all times.
That right there, that's a clip.
Yeah.
Hey, you already know. You already
No,
know.
man, you can definitely come back, bro.
Nah,
Come back
for
and
sure.
bring your fucking cousin so she can be another
Yes.
voice on there too.
Oh, for sure.
So I didn't mean to cut you off. I wanted to plug that in because I thought it was great.
But I like your idea for this one, and I'm gonna say mine off camera
Okay.
because I don't want it to be like
Word.
overlapping. I think I have not a better idea, but a different one
Yeah.
in case this one doesn't get the traction. Like
That's fine.
I'm trying to get people through the door.
Yeah.
And then
Hey.
you know what I mean?
They can't even see the fucking
Exactly.
door, man.
Exactly.
That fucking line is so
Exactly.
long.
That's what I'm saying. There's like there's a certain way we could do it.
Because you've seen the line too.
Bruh,
When they
I-
pulled up.
No, I've only
Really?
seen the line because I didn't wait in it.
Ah, fuck.
Because they know me
Yeah.
because my brother. But
Yeah.
if you guys tune in, whatever.
And,
but
and shout out to Brandon.
they walked in like some celebrities. Got escorted in and
Literally,
everything.
We got out the fucking
Uber.
and
Went
Brandon,
straight
the
in.
owner was there. He just happened
Everybody
to be
looking like, who the
there.
fuck is
Yeah,
this?
because we got
Yeah.
out the car and he was already there at the front door.
Yeah.
So as soon as we got out the car, he's like, "Yo, y'all with us? Let us right in."
That's
And
cool.
we just walked right in and just
It's
had a
beautiful.
good time.
Nice.
It was an amazing time.
That's
Some of us
dope.
had more fun than others.
Message.
I had a great time.
Message at the industry perspective if you heard this part,
Yes.
and we will get to you and
Like
get you
said,
in.
first
You and a friend.
one.
Yeah.
First one.
Instagram will show us who was first.
First one,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
I will make sure you get in and a friend. so
Hey,
you can enjoy
you
it.
heard it from him, man. Stop playing.
But yes, as we wrap up, tell the people your socials and what's going on this weekend and all that stuff, where they can reach you, everything like that, Capicua, all that shit.
For sure. Follow me on my personal page, Chef Victor Ramos. Follow me and my sister's catering page and supper club page, Lola Supper Club. And obviously follow my party page, Capicua_LA. Don't miss out on this Sunday, the 24th. It's going to be a big vibe. The last two parties have been crazy. We're coming off the last one where we celebrated Dominican Independence Day. It was a packed house, an hour to 2 hour wait. Come
there
early.
Early.
Get there early. This is your fair warning. Get there early. Come and enjoy some Domino's. Enjoy some good food by yours truly. And just have a good time. It's going to be a great one. And yeah, we'll love to see you there.
And if you're there, me and Rob, we're gonna try our best to make sure that we're there.
And be coherent.
Nah, y'all about to be
we're
there.
gonna be
Stop
there.
playing.
Yeah, well, I'm saying I don't know what his schedule is. I know I'm off on Sundays. I know
I'm
I
gonna
can be
be-
there. I don't want to speak to anyone else.
I'm gonna be there.
But are you going to be there?
I'm gonna be there
Listen.
in mind, body, and spirit this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's what's
I
up.
like
So
that.
Last
you'll
time-
also see all three of us there.
Yeah.
I'll be
You
behind the
never
bar.
know. You never
Look,
know who else.
I'm
Look.
not mad. I'm just focused.
Yeah.
If y'all both pull up, You guys got it on camera right now. Empanadas on me. For real. Yeah, seriously.
Oh, he had one. I brought some home.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have a couple of y'all ready because y'all showed Capicua so much love on this podcast. Shows me so much love. It's only right.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
I mean, that's what it's all about, man. We gotta take care of each other.
Yeah.
That's literally what all of this whole reason that we started this was for us to have for us to platform each other, but also to take care of each other, man. Like, we want this community to feel like more of a community, and again, just to tie it in with what we've been talking about, everyone wants to be first, but being first is hard. And while all these other podcasts, and normally I normally don't speak like this, but I will piggyback off of what P said. Like, there are too many times we hear about how different this show is compared to other shows, and we never highlight that. The thing is our fan base, while it has felt slow building, while we're figuring out all these kinks and getting better at doing all of this, our fan base has been like so fucking real to where they're hitting us up like, where's the new episode? Or, I love this, I love that. Like our
Let's
fans
go.
Like, really
They fuck with us, man.
Interactive.
I've been at work and had someone come into my job and be like, oh shit, I know you from this thing because I just saw it online. And like, those kind of moments are just dope as fuck. And we want everyone within this industry that wants to be able to feel that to have an opportunity to feel that, because a lot of people within this industry are in it trying to do something else, trying to work towards this job, work towards this career, social media influencers, being a chef, everything, but they don't know where can they go to be able to say, this is my thing that I do, this is the thing that I want to be known for. And that's what we want to do, is be able to provide that. So for you to come on and do it the way that you did it, like not knowing that that's what we were doing, but just flowing right into, hey, this is what I do, this is my history, my family history, and being able to share that. That's all of what we're trying to do. And make some dirty jokes along the way.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, man.
Yeah.
Nah, it was perfect. Anytime that I could, speak my experience and what I have going on is a blessing. And no matter how big or how small, if I could tell my story, I'm grateful for it. Add on to that it's such an easygoing environment. Y'all are funny as fuck. No, real shit. Y'all got chemistry. And it's a show that needs to be paid attention to, because if this is just the start of this shit, like, yo, I can't imagine what's
It's on a budget.
That's what I'm saying. But on some real shit, like, I don't know, like, what a year or two would look like, because
we're coming up on year 2 now.
Yeah,
That's the thing. We're coming up on year 2, learning along the way, like building it. The same way you started out with like bare minimum, and now you worked up to this. That's where we are. So like, you're literally preaching the same thing that we're feeling. So thank you for that. Like,
yes,
we're doing this not out of our mama's house, but out of our own house. You know what I mean? We're doing the best we can with what we have. So imagine what we could do, but imagine what you're building. Like, I'm sorry, I just want to bring it back to what you all are building and how big that can be, especially because there's nothing like it, and there's no community thing pulling everyone together. But what if y'all are that? And that's what I see.
But hey,
you're talking about everyone coming together to network and do dominoes and do food and do this and do that. Like, y'all are that thing for that community.
No, thank you. But we're all in the same. You started from the jump. You guys got passion, and y'all, the community for y'all is the bartending industry. Y'all are bringing that community together and shedding light on that community, and people are paying attention to that, and you guys are doing it with passion, just like I do it. That's why I love to be here. I'll always be here. Anytime you guys call me up, don't even trip. I'm here with, on the quickness. Like, don't even trip. I respect what you guys are doing, and I believe what you guys are doing. Let's just, both of us, let's just keep going. And we're it's like real recognize real. You know, we're in different hustles, but we understand the game, and we gotta just keep going and moving forward. You know what I mean?
Stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
that
it.
part.
We got anything else? You got anything else, Rob?
Get out, Rob.
Oh, I just feel like this has been a beautiful conversation, and I just want to echo everything that what everybody's been saying is that we're all just making it happen with what we got and moving up. And I think community building, but supporting each other in our community building is what's so necessary, because like just like you're here and you're helping us build this platform, we're helping you build your platform. That's the kind of like community building that's necessary to get each other to the next phase. And yeah, it's just like been a beautiful organic conversation. I love just hearing your story. And I mean, I don't want to harp too much on what I said earlier, but just hearing your why was so impactful for me to understand where you're coming from and why you do what you do, and everything what you do after that. I'm already bought in, just because I'm bought into like what you're standing on in terms of like what your grandmother came through, and so that's why I'm bought into whatever you do going forward. And that's the same thing with what people I think buy into the industry perspective, like they buy into our why. Yeah, we say a lot of dirty jokes and a lot of other things, but like they buy into the why of just like we just want to educate people in how to be better guests and create the best experiences for yourselves. Honestly, we love guests as much as we sometimes sound like we shit on guests, but like we love guests and we want guests to have the best experience, and we want them to be educated in how to give themselves the avenue to providing the best experience for both themselves and for the people that are providing that experience for them. And so I just think everyone's why is so aligned, and we're building each other up, and it's a beautiful thing.
Man, amen, bro. A fucking man.
Yeah.
Damn, Rob.
I appreciate that, man.
You
Bless.
always remember, like, yeah, we may shit on the guests, but just like in any good relationship, at a certain point, you should be comfortable shitting on each other. Just don't take it personal.
You only shit on people you really care about, or like
That's what I said.
Yeah.
At some point in the relationship,
Yes.
you gotta feel comfortable shitting on each other.
All right, I'm done with you guys. That's it.
Hey, cheers, my guys.
Yes.
Salud.
Thank you guys.
Salute to you.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Goddamn.